Welcome everyone to week 10. On the last session, our adventurers came out of the Shattered Temple where they met with a familiar face. They met with Tempestra, who had been taking care of the camp in their absence. She indicated that she wasn't exactly sure where they had gone. Um, that she had lost contact with them and was looking to investigate what happened, but realized that she wasn't going to be able to find anything, so did to instead. Um, oops, hold on. There we go. So they asked her a few questions concerning what they had discovered within the Shattered Temple. And some of the questions were answered, given to her that she indicated that she was able to answer, but she did also indicate that some of the questions were not something that she was at liberty of discussing for their safety. Um, Beyond that point, the party decided to head out and move on towards Port City, where they are looking to get a charter to the Badlands, so that they can head down to the Spine and meet with Talon Drasmit. However, they have taken a stop to drop off Eric's friend and seek the help of Galvith in the Tales End Tavern, with the blight that is traveling through his veins, and seeing if Galvith can assist, or more specifically, get in contact with Akri to assist in the situation. And that is where our session is going to begin today, as they have entered, or used the key within the door and entered the Tales End Tavern.
Man, that key is so nifty.
I forget what all the key does, but yeah. Oh yeah, never mind, I remember.
You just turn the key in the door.
No, there's special effects that's been added to it, but I remember now.
Oh, okay. Who has Chimera, by the way?
Probably the only one strong enough to carry him.
I think that's Granny Apple.
Probably Granny Apple.
Yeah.
I'm carrying him in my big mech
I was talking about newspaper.
arms.
Newspaper's
no,
back
I'm
with the card.
carrying him in my big mech arms.
Is he heavy?
Your big and swole mech
he's-
arms.
He's not light. Like, he's not a small dude.
Have we
Granny
noticed?
Apple is probably, I'm not going to say struggling, but like, Granny Apple probably is, a little bit like weighed down by it a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so strong and powerful. You hear the armor creaking a little bit.
Enhanced ability.
I look over at Granny Apple. Luckily, I'm right next to her, and I look at Chimera. Do I notice that his condition has worsened at all?
You guys did actually deal with this. No. So he appears as he did. He appears as he did before.
Okay. Yeah, because like we did do like the whole spell thing to try and help him, but I didn't know how.
That was during the day.
Right.
Like,
That's what I'm asking. Yeah,
that was the day that you
Right.
guys did that. So he's good.
Okay. Cool.
It's the same status from last time.
Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure nothing changed.
Nope.
All right. So I am ready to head in and see a familiar face. I don't know about you guys.
Bad news about the rat.
What?
He may have been a sacrifice on our last visit.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear you say that. I like glare at Marcus and just like.
Oh no, I didn't
off.
actually say that about. I'm just.
Okay, that was out of character. Okay, I thought you were saying that in character.
No.
I'm gonna make my way in.
I was about to say, even Lok'Neda isn't that messed up.
Yeah. Poor Gregory.
Poor Gregory.
Oh, yay! I saw the
Oh,
download.
yeah. Are you?
Yeah, so I'm just walking in. I don't know about the rest of you
Berg?
guys.
Are you trying to talk?
No, I'm not trying to talk. Give me a sec.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's where I came from.
I was just reacting to something.
Oh, Diet is just gone.
Yeah, I actually went on top of the roof. I'm having trouble moving my. Well, now I'm gone.
Can I? Oh, I can't. I wanted to help move Granny Apple, but I can't move them.
Oh, this is Granny Apple, right? Player
Oh wait,
permission.
Yeah.
do you still not have internet? Do you need a screen share?
I have a screen share. Thank you very much.
Let's
Okay,
go.
well, never mind.
This has
Eric...
already been
is Eric-
established.
No, actually, I'm gonna have because you're managing a lot of things as it is, Eric. So I'm gonna give Odide and Granny Apple.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Where do you want to sit, Granny Apple?
Huh? What? Oh, I don't know. I will walk right up. Right up. I mean, I'm carrying the guy, so I imagine I walk right up to whoever is who said that they could cure this type of thing last time.
That would be a Cree,
Cree.
but he is not here at the
He's
moment.
not
He's
here.
currently hatching an egg.
Cool. I just walk up to the bartender, then holding this guy in my arms, and I say nothing, and I just turn and look at him.
Galvith kind of gives you all like a cheerful hello and is just looking. You all don't look like you're here just for drinks and stuff like that. Things
Not this
Hey.
time.
serious.
Hey, yeah. Some stuff happened.
Well, tell me the situation. What are we dealing with?
I guess I'll take care of that. This unconscious individual happens to be one of my closest friends. How do I explain this? So, my
Your
friend
friends?
here was infected to a point by an evil substance that our other friend
Shadow
Lok'Neda
Blight.
here is familiar with. Or
He's been
manliness, I mean.
he's been ejected with blight.
Yeah, with blight, and we basically had to fight him. And by fighting him, we've put him into this weakened state. And our friend, the Cree, actually knows how to cure him or help him. So we kind of need a place to keep him, and we thought, what better place to keep him than this holy tavern with godly magic and power?
Oh, well, it's unfortunate of you bringing the Shadow Blight here, but I suppose it's better than the temple.
Sorry, we didn't know what else to do.
No, I've already been briefed. Tempestra was in here earlier.
Oh, perfect. Wait, why didn't you just say that from the beginning?
Tempestra, I keep missing her. Dang it.
Well, I just had to have a little bit of fun with you and see if what was in your mind was the same things that would come out of your mouth. I know the
I
situation well.
immediately look away from him and just like look straight at Jeffrey, and just like give him little scritches.
I thought his name was Gregory.
Gregory, sorry, Gregory. And I start giving him little
Wow.
scritches. It is Gregory. It is Gregory. I said it
I
wrong.
can't believe you don't know your own
No,
rat's
it's
name.
Gregory.
Your friend is doing well, by the way.
I'm just scratching him.
Quite a talkative little fellow.
I pull out like a little
Nonetheless-
bit of cheese from my rations and just like give him it.
Oh, yes, more cheese. Yes, yes, yes.
Continue.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I will contact a Cree and let him know that you all are here.
Thank you.
I assume that you're planning on staying the night. Well, I mean, time won't move from the time that you were there, but you know what I mean.
We don't have anywhere else to go.
Yes,
Yeah, we do.
we would love to rest.
You
There's
hear
no
him
rest
snap
for the
his.
wicked.
You see him snap his fingers, and you hear movement from upstairs, which just appears as though stuff is warping, or you hear what sounds like wood warping and furniture moving. So, in the meantime, while Lakri is getting here, is there anything that I can get you on?
I'd like to get some ginger beer with some rum in it. That'd be great.
Absolutely. Pulls out a
Just-
mug and pours you a glass and hands it to you.
You should call this a dark and stormy.
Very well, I'll call it a dark and stormy just for you.
Thank you. And I just
Can
pop my butt on this stool just to hang out with Jeffrey. Gregory.
He's gonna bite you.
It's gonna be a running gag. You just mess up his name.
He's just gonna start stealing gold coins from you.
What did you say it was? It was rum or not rum.
Dark
Ginger beer and
Stormy.
rum. Yeah, dark and stormy. It's a Moscow Mule, but with spiced rum. They call it a dark and stormy.
Got it. Anything for anyone else?
Some wine, please.
Of course. He sets down the mug that he usually pours from and picks up another one and pours you a glass.
Much appreciated, friend.
Don't mention it. That's what I'm here for.
I would love to get a big glass of hard alcohol with just a little bit of fruit juice mixed in there, please.
Wonderful. How much are you trying to forget?
Well, no, I'll be fine. It's for the taste.
So you're looking for something a bit... Right.
No,
of
it
course.
can be hard alcohol. I'll be fine. Don't worry about
I
it.
understand. Let me try this and see if you enjoy it. Pulls another mug and begins pouring into another mug. And then you see him snap his fingers and a bit of fruit appears in his hands and he squeezes a bit of the juice into it. Here you go.
Thank you. I'd start drinking it, sipping it in my little mech suit. My mech suit is still holding this man's body, and I'm just like popped out of it, just sipping my beverage delicately.
You, as you do sip it, you can tell that this is a very strong alcohol. He's kind of looking at you just a little bit as though he's studying to see if it does actually indeed have any effect. Like he remembered with the yuan tea now, but he's like studying to see is there like a limit to it.
Right.
I noticed that interaction and realized that Granny Apple's been served a very strong drink. I've already downed my dark and stormy.
You can smell the alcohol from here.
Yeah, I go to the bartender like, hey, can I have that? But can you double shot it for me? That'd be awesome.
Realize do we need to talk about your friend?
Look, I just downed this dark and stormy, and it gave me nothing. I think I need something harder. If you could just double shot it, that'd be great.
That is truthfully and honestly things that I would give a child. Not that I would give alcohol to a child, but you know what I mean.
I'm DMing you too.
I know.
Okay,
I remember.
You know? Okay, as long as you remember. Okay, cool.
I remember, but
okay.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't know. I know. So yeah, if I could get like something that double, that'd be great. Also, what fruit was mixed into this?
Very well. Oh, that would be a bit of orange.
Ooh, zesty.
This is amazing, by the way. I'm
thank
sipping it. I'm like, so refreshing.
I look at Granny Apple and
he does make you another, and you see him like pour the first shot a little bit gingerly, then like gauges your like look. You could see that he's extremely concerned about this, and then just there's another look from his face of where it's almost like a well fuck it, and then you just see him like heavy hand the second one, extreme like very heavy handed.
Iconic, truly.
And then again gives the same orange, or it squeezes from the same orange again, and juice comes out again, and
I turn to Granny Apple and I
gives it
gesture
to
for
you.
a cheers with her giant mech arm.
I'm drinking it with my hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I gesture to cheers with your hand then.
I'm assuming you've left the mech at this point.
No,
Since you're
I'm
in the
sitting
company.
in the
Okay.
mech. It's
Okay,
just
okay.
open. And I'm like popped out of it.
I got you.
So
hang
I'm like
out.
reaching upwards, like where my arm can
Yeah,
barely
I'm
go
like
high
leaning
enough.
down to clink my glass.
And I just chug it. I just get it down all in one swig. And I go to Granny Apple. Art thou impressed?
That you had a drink? Congratulations.
Galveth is looking at the bottle and stuff like that, and you see him take a swig from it, and like he gives that look like, "Oh God."
I turn to Galveth. She's not impressed yet. You're gonna have to give me a triple.
I was just checking to make sure that my alcohol, considering the last time here, I basically gave you water and you passed out.
Wait, hold on. How to character? Berk, you get it right.
Yes, he gets
Yeah,
it.
what?
You get what I'm trying to do, right?
Yes.
I will not be known as a lightweight.
Yeah, but do you technically your character doesn't know that they're cursed by that?
No,
No,
they
he would
don't.
know.
No, my character does know. Because
He was cursed with non-alcoholism?
Yep.
He would know that he got.
You plainly stated it in the battle.
I did plainly state it, so I'm not sure exactly, like, lore-wise how you would. Yes, he knows. He has a sense in his mind that he, like, can drink as much alcohol as he wants and not be affected by the effects of it.
Yep. So I'm abusing
Yeah,
this.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, you didn't. It was just me and one other,
And
but I will not mention the other.
Manliness.
Which means the fact that
okay,
you're
you
not on the
remembered.
ground right now means that that little bit of nugget of information that you're trying to hide in the back of your mind, of course, that has to deal with that one that you would, that fiend. That's a nasty trick that she played on you. That would probably kill a dwarf.
That was supposed to be out of character. Galveth wouldn't know. I'm trying to make him think I'm insanely awesome and I can hold my liquor.
No. This was in character, and that's exactly what he said.
Oh, okay.
I see the look of surprise on you. He already gave you the drink.
The one with the triple shots?
He pours it. Yeah, sure, he pours it for you.
Okay, I doubt it.
And he says, if you're going to try and prove that you're a lightweight, you can lose the curse of Nelixis first. He just smiles at you.
I give him a wink.
Just be careful of which bar that you go to, because if you get too much of a reputation of being a heavy weight, they'll expect you to repeat the act again, if you ever return. And they won't accept "I'm not feeling it tonight" as an answer.
Hey, this is an easy way for me to hustle some money.
Just be careful which pirates that you mess with.
Fair.
So, anybody else?
Just
He
some
just
water.
kind of, if you're just doing that for the taste, let me do this. He just like touches the mug and it just keeps refilling every time you attempt to empty it.
Oh, thank you.
But be warned that never mind. I'll let you figure that out.
Yeah, I'm just like chugging it and just watching it refill and just amazed.
What did you say, Lok'Neda?
I just said just some water.
He pours you a glass of water.
Thank you.
You hear something land on the outside of the door, and the door creaks open.
I turn to the door.
Me too.
About time.
My mech arms extend a little bit towards him.
Well, some of us have work to do. And watch an egg.
Hey, Big Bird.
You have.
You see him glaring at Marcus a little bit. The egg is doing fine, by the way.
Oh, I wasn't gonna call it an egg this time. You did.
Yeah, keyword, operative word is this time.
Oh,
Bird,
Birds of a
help!
feather, right?
I disappeared. Help me. Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you.
Galveth, if you don't mind, the usual. Galveth pours him a drink.
I walk
So,
up. I walk up to the Kree. I just down it, and then I show him visually it refilling. Look what toy I got! This is so cool.
he's not going to let you keep that, by the way.
I down it again. and just watch it
Galveth is like,
refill.
Galveth is giving the like, no. Look.
I'm just downing it and constantly watching it refill.
So, where's your friend? He stops asking the question as he sees him.
I extend my arms a little bit towards him. I'm like, hey, go.
Extendo Armo.
Set him down over here. Let me take a look. He's deeply infected. I'm surprised that he hasn't turned. Which means that this was a modified strain.
That explains the lab.
Are you able to fix it?
I can. Yes. But I need you to understand something. This is not an easy fix. You can't just remove the Shadow Blight. At least, I cannot.
I drop the mug in shock. And it's dropped.
There's a disgruntled look on Galveth from behind you.
I turn around and I just give him that look like I'm really sorry. And I go to the Kree. Like, what do you mean? What does this mean?
You're certain you want your friend healed?
Yes, and myself?
Very well. Then consider it done. A Kree rests a hand on him, and you see magic course through Chimera. You see all of the veins suddenly glow and begin receding, almost as though they're pulling towards where a Kree has his hand rested on Chimera. And you begin seeing those same veins appear into a Kree's arm.
Is this safe?
Define safe.
Will you be alright? I hardly see how one human is worth your value.
That's my friend you're talking about.
All have value in the cycle. I am more resistant to this than he is. There's only so long that you can cast this magic to keep him alive. He will die within a week's time otherwise.
A week's time? Kree, and then I like rip open my shirt and I show him my own mark.
I said he would. Be patient and wait your turn.
Sorry, I'm scared of death, man.
Why?
Part of the cycle.
I'm
almost
still
die.
trying to overcome my own fears. Okaris is helping me, but I relapse sometimes.
Death is part of the cycle, as Marcus has said here. It is just another stage. One step further. You enjoy your life for what it is, and do the things that you can to help those around you. And then you go to the eternal dream, where you help us. That is the cycle.
I sit down on the floor in a kind of subtle fetal position with Kurama wrapped around me in my arms.
Death is nothing to fear, and if you've ever been to the eternal dream, you'll know it's quite a beautiful thing.
I agree, it is.
You haven't even seen half of it.
No, but from what I've seen, it is very beautiful.
And I'm telling you, you've seen nothing yet.
I plan to go back. I promise you that.
And you will. The veins continue to recede. This will take some time. So, if you have any other business here, or have any questions, I will answer them while I am working.
I look over at Gurney Apple. Can you fix my tunic? Kind of ruined it.
Your tunic?
Yeah, I literally ripped open my leather to show him the mark that's on me because I was scared, and now I need it mended.
I'm an artificer, not a tailor.
Oh.
I mean,
Would you like me to deal with that for you?
Yes, if you can, Marcus. I appreciate it. I move over.
I act like I'm trying to work with it and accidentally ripped a little bit farther.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Wrong direction. And then I use mending on it.
Oh, thank you.
it'll take you a bit because it is, like, completely torn, so,
Yeah.
like, it'll take you a little bit and a few castings of it, Marcus, but you will.
That's fine.
You slowly toil away at it. Is anyone else doing anything? Or have any questions?
Agree. I'm sure you've already noticed it, but what can you tell me about this as he just puts a hand on the sword at his side?
Akri jumps back a little bit as soon as he sees it, without breaking, like, contact with Chimera, but jumps back a little bit. What is
I
that?
see. I think you know exactly what it is.
I don't know exactly what it is, but I recognize the material, and I recognize the energy coming off of it.
Well, if you really want to know, apparently it's Nelixis' sword.
A sword?
That's what it was, right? Out of character. She said it was her sword.
Yes. Tempestra kind of, like, touched on this a little bit, but that when referring to the Chasubles, when someone says their sword, that also often means their champion's sword.
Mm-hmm.
Akri is looking. You see him look down at his own blade. That isn't Akri. That isn't Argrace's blade. This was.
Oh.
Wait, sorry, repeat that?
Akri said that wasn't Argrace's blade. This is.
He has Argus' blade.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know exactly what it is, but I know that it absorbs. The more blood it absorbs, the more powerful it gets. You see these runes there? We only got those runes while we were fighting the Shadow Beast. More importantly, Chimera, when he was in the shadow form.
You see him kind of, like, reading through each person From what I can see from your memories, I don't think that's accurate.
You don't
I
think
think
so?
that those runes appeared at each time that a new person touched the blade.
Yeah, the blade atoned to 5 people.
Oh,
Each one of us and Chimera.
I can't say for sure what this is. I would just, I guess, advise caution. You are champions, however. I don't believe that is anything that you cannot handle. If it is indeed Nelixis's, then it would make sense that it will be both a good thing and a bad thing, as that is her nature. Just be aware that it will most likely benefit you, but it likely also has its own motive.
I turn from Marcus as he's like mending me, so I'm assuming he's like moving with me, to focus on the Kree, and so Kree, about Nelixis. So as you remember, I haphazardly did make a pact with her. We're on to crap. Are we on 3 or 4 right now? Stripes. I can't remember.
3 stripes.
3 stripes. So I'm on basically the 4th stripe. If I were to redeem it, so we have 3 stripes down. And you know we've come to realize that there's 9 stripes before bad things are gonna
Before
happen.
something happens.
Yeah. So what's your advice? What should I do?
I would give you the same advice that I gave you when you told us about it before. Follow Alevandria's advice.
Okay.
Be careful, and understand the nature of Nelixis.
Is it okay that she kind of helped us free Chimera?
He's kind of reading a little. You see him like reading deeper into what you kind of understand is him now like reading through your mind.
Mm-hmm. Do I sense him in there reading it?
Feel a pressure.
Okay.
Does he read my mind?
You're mending me right now.
I also have a ring that prevents
He's
mind reading.
not actively doing it right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's necessarily a problem, though I'm not sure that you all made exactly the wisest decision in terms of your pact with her in that situation. Betting Chimera's life was risky, to say the least. I'm surprised that she did not fight dirtier during that battle.
She did let slip something that you might know something about because you are familiar with the Shadow Blade. She said that Chimera was being controlled by her brother's magic.
It is exactly what this is, and something that I've been fearing. We were once denying the fact that the Shadowed had returned, and we ignored the Shadow Blight thinking that it was, well, a malformation of Argreus's corruption, but no. This is... well, it is a malformation of Argreus's magic, but it is malformed by Zithram's magic.
Tempestra also, though she was very helpful and informative, there were certain things she either felt she couldn't say about or she just genuinely didn't know anything about. Can you tell us what you know about the former gods that were in power?
I am no Titan. I know less than they do.
Okay.
you don't even know about the third.
What?
Or can you speak of it?
I was not created at the time Truly, I didn't even live my mortal life at the time that the Titans had come into power, so I have no knowledge of the times before, other than what they have told me, and what I have learned recently. But you've found no more information. I've learned more from you than I have knowledge to impart on you.
At any point in time, were you offered to become a herald of the Titans?
No,
Okay.
that was not in my purview.
How,
I had
how
other things in my life that were not promised to me, but things that became after my mortal life.
how did you come across Argrius's sword?
He gave it to me.
Was there anything that he told you when he presented that sword to you that you could tell us?
It was his blade, and it is a blade that is intended to split soul from body.
A Reaper's Trident.
When it splits the soul from the body, does the soul go to another place, or does the sword absorb the soul?
How much do you not... Kind of looks over at Marcus. I thought you were supposed to be teaching them of the cycle. Was that
We've had
not
it
one
a
of
lot
your
going on.
charges? When a soul is cleaved from a body, I take it and split it in two. One half goes to the eternal dream, and one half is recycled and sent back through the cycle. That half goes to Alevandria.
I look down at Karama and then look back up at the Kree. Is Karama that other half
Of
of the soul? Because he's my bloodline, my lineage, my Fabeast.
correct.
you say
He is the memories of his lifetime.
I look down at
That part,
Karama.
not this form. This form is a dream, but the form that exists within the eternal dream is one half. The other half is merely just the energy, the life essence. It is not conscious, it does not hold memory, it does not hold anything of the person besides the energy of their life. That we recycle to give to another.
I look down at Karama and I tell Karama, I have a new level of respect for you based on what I've just learned.
I've told you this before,
Yeah, but I didn't fully grasp it.
but also it is... I don't understand an increased respect. It is the respect of anybody who has once lived.
It's
That is what
it's
they
a
are.
respective understanding.
Fair enough.
Where previously my respect came from naivety.
But it is the future of you and every other living creature that has existed, with the exception of any who become a Valkyrie or Valraven.
True.
As he mentioned, we are a bit different. Our souls remain whole. An honorable soul will sometimes be granted the option to serve beyond death. They become the Valraven or Valkyries. Before, they are given to the eternal dream. Nothing is eternal, of course. But that is why your friend's life is indeed more valuable than even my own. I have lived my life already. I have done my service. Of course, the Titans would disagree because I am the regent and the one in place to become the Titan of Shadows in the event that Argrius is lost forever. But I trust you're all working on that one already.
Well, it's pretty obvious that we gotta get him out. It's just
True.
figuring out how the hell we're gonna get there to do it in the first place. But not in the state we're in.
No. This is stuff we have already thought over, planned. You'll need to speak with Talon first. And I can't tell you any further more on that matter.
It's all right. We're definitely going to go see Talon.
He is an important figure for rescuing Argrius.
That's good to know. I'm sure the Kesserai will help out too.
They will indeed. Anybody got anything else?
I'm good. Am I done mending this guy's clothes?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I slipped Marcus. Hold on. I'm looking to see how much money I have.
You slip up a piece of cloth.
No. I'm gonna slip him 1 gold.
I refuse it. Everybody gets 1 and walk away.
I pocket the gold.
You're starting to sound like her.
Granny Apple, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Not right now.
Okay. And I'm going to say Akri is basically going to indicate to you, Eric, that he's going to work through the night and he will get to you in the morning.
Okay.
You all are settling down in the rooms up above.
Oh, I'm gonna
Right, and
do something before that.
okay, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. I'm just kind of
Okay,
like setting
got
the so as you guys go up, like you'll be fully restored and stuff like that through this. Like you'll have you, by the way, have the sudden very strong urge that you absolutely need to use the bathroom. As something has begun to run through you.
So you're telling me I need to cast sleep on him?
No, please don't.
Well, he's an elf, so
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah, half
Yeah,
elf
I
can't
know.
be put to sleep by magic. Haha.
Oh yeah, I got a whole person.
Oh, that's true. So does anybody want to do anything for the night? So away from anybody else or even with people or any final things before you all leave for the morning or
I
basically
do. Yes.
yeah, so anything over the course of the night.
Not really.
Do some more studying on these books I borrowed from Granny Apple.
Okay. Roll me a d10. Granny Apple, is there anything you wanted to do during the night phase?
Big prayers. Of course.
Are you
Gotta
praying
get
to
that.
Volcanus?
Yes, of
Just
course I am.
just anything in particular? Are you doing anything like
Telling him about my day. When I when I pray to Volcanus, it's kind of like a diary. I'm like, hey Volcanus.
you do know also that you can actually directly summon him, not summon, but like with fire and stuff like that. You would know this already, especially from the books that you've read, that you can contact him through fire more directly than just a regular prayer.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't
This is
need a
just
response.
Are you trying to create a pyro?
I don't need a
No.
response.
She's
from
gonna
him.
burn a whole
I
town down in worship to Volcanus if you're not careful.
This is just something she does, I think, pretty regularly, is praying to Volcanus, just because he was so like, you're not my champion, I'm not gonna like you. And she's like, everyone likes me eventually. So she just keeps praying to him every day, just talking like, hey
Stockholm syndrome.
Volcanus, today here's the latest project I've been working on. I used this lantern. It was really helpful in battle, actually. That was really cool. I made an Everbright lantern. And then also I've been using this water breathing helmet I made a lot. It's really fun to be able to breathe underwater. Can't swim, so it's really useful to breathe underwater. Just literally telling him info dumping random stuff about the adventure. But like such unimportant things, just little details that I care about.
You do hear almost in a very light crackle. You can almost swear that you hear from the nearby fireplace. I'm glad that you're okay.
You're gonna make me cry.
She smiles. She says, "Thank you. I will always fight to make sure that I and my team are okay. And you've
Good.
given me a lot of strength to do that."
No further response.
And then yeah, she ends her prayer. That was her only thing.
Okay. Eric.
I make a mad dash to the bathroom.
Okay. I'm not going to roleplay that out.
I rolled a 5, by the way.
A period of time later,
Oh.
while you are not drunk, your body did not like that amount of toxins running through you.
Wait, but I'm not affected by the toxins at all.
You're not
get
affected by
drunk.
the alcohol.
Let me read what I put.
Alcohol is still technically poisoned.
You may not have been affected by the toxins in the sense that the amount of shit that you drank should
Yeah,
have
it says
killed you.
no alcohol effects. So that should include like the poisons and everything else. The
You are
body's
still
creating them.
alive.
True.
Somehow.
The amount of shit that you drank, I'm going to put it this way, should have killed you.
Okay.
Like 5 times over. So you're aware, what he was giving you was stuff that came from the northern kingdoms that is meant for Goliaths, which are like 3 times your weight and size.
Mountain Dew.
Oh, nice.
Quadruple.
You gave it Mountain Dew.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
he got a Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Oh my god.
Oh, maybe I do need to make a special character appearance eventually sometime for that one.
Oh,
That would be
please
so
do.
funny.
Say nothing. That's all I'm going to say to the people who know. Anyway,
Lips are sealed.
so after your escapade in the loo,
I stumble out. Like literally stumbling, like my legs are weak. I scoop up Gregory. I give him a little pets. Like, I missed you. Does he say anything to me?
you look like shit.
He smells like it too.
You also smell like it too.
I mean, you've seen me in worse shape than this.
I don't know. At least with the dying part, that was understandable. Actually, I was kind of busy during that time, so I didn't get a close look at you.
That's true. Speaking of which, have you been busy?
What do you mean? I've just been kind of enjoying the atmosphere here and actually getting a chance to sit by a fire and relax for the first time in a bit instead of all the crazy hubbub that we've usually been doing over the past month or so.
True.
It's been nice, actually, just relaxing.
As Gregory's talking, I'm.
Oh,
like-
that was Greg. Sorry, I thought you were talking Karama.
No, I was talking to Gregory.
Oh.
Yeah, I picked up Gregory.
Well-
And I was talking to Gregory.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to Karama. My bad.
Oh no, Brahma will come. I got lots of people to talk to. Or
So you
animals.
asked what he's been doing?
Yeah, I asked Gregory what he's been doing.
Well, getting fed cheese. Occasionally there are guests that come through here. I got told not to take the gold coins from them by Galvith. He was very adamant about that. He said that it was not in the spirit of revelry to steal from his guests. So I've been trying to be on my best behavior and not upset him again. But I have gotten like I said, lots and lots of cheese.
I'm
And I
glad.
don't have to get gold coins for it. It is strange. Wait, you can understand me now.
Who does he mean by you?
Have you become a mouse? You.
Me? I could always
Yes,
understand
you.
him. I had to speak with animals.
You couldn't. When your first level, you were not able to understand him.
Oh,
That is when you had
you're
him.
right. Yes. I used a different spell that I no longer
We're
use. Yeah,
canonically
yeah.
we're canonically making it that you did not have
Yeah,
that
yeah,
ability until like you had already gotten rid of him.
Yeah, because you're right. Because I used a different spell
Correct.
to get him. I bonded with him. Yeah, Gregory. I can speak with you. I'm sorry about the gold thing. I'm sure you're well
So
aware.
you're a
You just-
mouse now.
Not a mouse. I've gotten
Straight to the
stronger and more wise. So now I can just talk to animals on the wind. The Oak Father, if you know who that is, blessed me and gave me the ability to just kind
You
of
speak
talk to
with trees.
trees, and I nudge Karama with my foot, like Karama.
And the funny-looking dog.
Yeah.
But
I have other friends too. I met a squirrel who's a knight.
what is a squirrel? What is a
It's-
knight?
A really fast mouse.
You mean when the sun goes down, that kind of knight? Yes, you made friends with a knight.
He's so cute. I just pet him. Do I notice anything about him, like his appearance? Like, has it gotten better looking?
He is quite fat.
Let's go, my fat little Gregory.
I thought it was
Okay,
Jeffrey.
Odiden. I see your message.
Yeah.
I give him more cheese, and then I scoop him up, and I start making my way up to like the bedroom area where I will talk to Karama,
taking-
but I'll let
You're taking my rat now.
I just want to spend
is
time
giving you a look?
with Gregory.
He just smiles. I'm just messing with you.
I'm sorry if he was rude to your patrons. That's on me. I trained him to do something, and I'm sorry.
No worries. I have ways of dealing with my own guests and those who stay within my tavern. What you do in the outside world is up to you, so long as it doesn't boil over into this tavern. And I will address those things if they ever become an issue that I feel as though I need to.
I cheerfully pick up Gregory. I bid everybody adieu. Like, I'm going to bed, guys. And then even though like my legs are really weak and everything from like the alcohol and whatever, I try to like happily skip up the stairs.
It wouldn't be weak from the alcohol. If anything, it'd just
Well,
be
it'd be weak from what I just
exhaustion of your,
experienced.
expulsion.
Yeah, it's weak from that. So yeah, I just happily skip with my little rat, my first animal companion ever.
Very well. You went to bed then, or?
Well, I thought Odin had to say though, because I'm gonna talk to Karama, but I want him to do his thing.
Okay, Odin. Oh, Odin. I'm not gonna do anything with it, but noted your sheet has been
Yeah.
updated with the updated religion stuff. Karama, go ahead.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know if you had a
Karama.
role playing thing to do.
Oh,
So
unless you did, Marcus.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Everybody else is good too. I don't want to like take up the
I mean,
whole.
I might want to hunt and see if there's any edible animals in the inn.
There are not.
There's not. I haven't found.
There is
any.
one.
Anyway.
Sorry.
You have a Galvith sitting there preventing you from hunting anything within the tavern.
Oh, I wasn't actually gonna do it. I was just hoping that.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to get a reaction out of Eric.
Gregory's in my arms with me in my bed. I scooped
Yeah,
him up.
okay.
You act like that's a problem.
Yeah. He said hunt, not
Wait.
Anyway.
I'm like a
You guys
cat.
are so mean to my
Syziggy's
little
food.
rat.
Eric, go ahead.
So Karama, what do you think about everything that's going on right now? It's kind of crazy.
In terms of,
We just fought a tainted chimera and brought him here, and the Kree is using some sort of magic to heal him, which seems to be infecting himself. I'm kind of freaking out here.
there are things of this that I don't really understand, but it is part of the cycle, and therefore I must accept it.
Man, I wish I could be like you.
I've been alive a lot longer than you. I also have time to sit there and take root and, live within the eternal dream and gather wisdom over the course of the years. And not that I remember all of it from here, but, it comes with the fact that you're still a child in terms of the age of an elf. Not to insult you, but, that is the nature.
He called you a man-child.
Yeah, I know. One day, Kurama, I wish I could be at peace like you are and have a straight mind, not have all this stuff affect me so much.
So do it.
Right? I just
Why
need to do
let it bother you? These are the things that you signed up for. This is this nature. You can't change any of it. All you can do is continue to do what you need to do, and you have allies to do it. As far as I can tell, they all seem trustworthy. I don't notice any ulterior motives from any of them. They're a bit strange, but, truth be told, so are you.
True. And I immediately get the urge to have to pee, and I go, Kurama, hold that thought. And I put Gregory on the bed, and I run and dash to the downstairs bathroom. So I've now made my way back down, and I'm like letting it all out. I come back out of the bathroom after I did that. I slam the door. I start making my way to back to the bar.
Galveth just has the smug look on his face.
Hello, Galveth. Galveth, I have a favor to ask you.
Are you asking for magic to relieve you of the fact of how stupid you were in drinking that much alcohol in a short period of time because you thought that being immune to the effects of alcohol meant that you would be immune to all of the effects of alcohol?
No, I'm going to live with that. That was my mistake.
Oh, good, because I wasn't going to do it for you. He smiles.
I just laugh. I have a favor to ask you. Okaris provided me, and I reach into my pocket, I pull it out, this seed, and he
interesting.
asked me to plant this.
I haven't seen one of these in quite some time.
Do you have a pot or something that, I could plant this so when I come back, to this tavern with everybody, whatever fruits bloom I may pick?
There are patches of soil outside that you can certainly plant one in.
Okay, that wouldn't be an eyesore for you being out there?
As long as you don't plant it right in front of the door, I don't really care that much.
Okay, I'll make sure I plant it in the morning then. I do really appreciate this.
Just find some sort of patch of grass.
I'll do.
Use your design sense a little bit and try not to just, put it in an area where it is an eyesore, but it shouldn't be. You should be quite fine.
Thank you, and I bid you good night. I need to sleep this off.
Good night to you as well.
I make my way. That's it. I'm done.
Okay. So morning comes. Galveth has the food on the table and stuff like that has changed to breakfast foods, and there are an assortment of juices and whatnot laid out on the feasting table.
Wine's a type of juice, right?
Yeah, it's grape juice.
And there is a specific pitcher set out aside for you up at the bar itself.
I grab a roll and a glass of wine and go off into the corner.
I grab a roll, what looks to be pumpkin pie here, and I grab some water. I also walk up to where that specific jug is that Marcus grabbed from to pour, and I pour myself a glass of what I assume to be wine.
He has taken the pitcher.
I go up to Marcus and I hold out my glass. May I please have some?
You remember that I am cursed. This has my medicine to hold the curse at bay. It's not meant for those who.
I want to know what it is. Please pour it.
It's not going to happen.
Oh man, I wanted to try.
Let me put something in perspective for you. When someone is poisoned, they use the same poison to create the antidote, do they not?
Yeah,
There's a risk of you contracting the same disease.
but is it
It is
alcohol?
not worth the risk.
Is it alcohol? Because then it shouldn't have the effects.
What?
If it's alcohol, then it shouldn't have the effects.
It doesn't matter.
I wanted to try.
Hey, the medicine is not alcohol.
Okay, fair. So
yeah,
we've
no.
acknowledged it's not wine. Thank you. That's what I wanted to know.
It is wine, but with special medicine in it.
Okay. I still will make an effort every time to try your wine, because I just want what I can't
You wouldn't
have.
like it.
I just want what I can't have.
Is anyone else doing anything in the course of the morning?
Light fire cantrips just to myself, just for fun, I think.
You're turning her into a pyro.
You see from you see from under the doorstop, you just see Granny Apple's room just suddenly go extremely bright, and then dim, and then bright, and then dim, and then bright, and then dim.
Yeah.
I'm not really doing much. I'm just grabbing some meat, getting some water. It's a good day for me.
Akri is sitting nearby, and there is Chimera, who is still passed out, but you see none of the veins within him. Akri is kind of in the chair with his back against the wall. He looks tired.
I
Can I do a
shake
medicine check?
Chimera to try and wake him up.
You may do a medicine check, Odiden.
Can I still be shaking him while he's doing the medicine
No.
check?
As you go to shake him, let him rest. It will take time for his body to fully heal.
I got a total of 12. I rolled
Galveth,
4.
okay, I'll get back to that in just a second. Galveth will take care of him, but he will be fine. And when you're next back here, I will allow him to speak with you. It will take he needs about a week of rest, though, before we go any further. He took quite a beating.
I wonder how we're gonna explain that to him.
You won't have to. I think he already knows what happened.
I could sense while we were fighting him that he was aware of what was going on. I mean, he literally spoke to me in my mind.
He was calling out in desperation, the last shred of him that was surviving, fighting the other voice in his head. Your medicine check, by the way, you've noticed that a lot of the sheen on Akri's feathers has faded, and you notice that there is a bit of ash at the base of his chair. Don't worry about it, Marcus. Like I said, it is my duty within the cycle. And yours as well. Life is to be preserved.
Of course. If there's anything I could do, let me know.
For now, nothing. Besides what you are already doing. Find Argreus.
Of course.
Eric, come here. I have one more patient.
Thank you, Kree.
He places his claw on your hip, and you feel... It's painful. You feel as something is being ripped out from your hip. You see him wave his hand over your mouth, and no sound comes out of your mouth anymore.
Can, like, my face still be contorted in pain?
Yes.
And, like, my mouth wide?
Yes. And you feel the tendrils of darkness pull out of your hip. And you no longer are corrupted by the shadow blight.
Can I talk?
He waves his hand once more as he realizes that you've stopped screaming.
Oh, thank you, Kree. But that was incredibly painful. I can't even begin to imagine what Chimera was going through.
Try to avoid getting corrupted in the future. You'll have to find a way... You all have to find a way to protect yourselves against the effects of the Shadow Blight. That will be another necessary key to your survival within the Shadowfell itself.
Do you think Okaris would know different ways to protect myself from it that I could ask him?
Perhaps. I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you have anything you can show me?
This is beyond my knowledge of the This is the energy that is designed to protect the Shadowfell itself from the living, but it's been malformed, changed. It is beyond my recognition at this point. I would need samples, which I have now, I suppose, to begin researching and to think if there's anything that I can come up with. I will show them to Okaris as well.
Thank you. I look at Lok'Neda. Lok'Neda, you stated that there was an individual that was with the Phantoms that initially either injected or put the stuff in Chimera.
Out of characters, Dr. Sting? No, sorry.
It starts
League of
with
Legends.
It starts with a Z.
Zethariah.
No.
I think it was Dr. Zacharias.
Oh,
Zacharias?
So, name doesn't really matter in this context, but
yes, Dr. Zacharias.
Do you know where he was getting that from? Like, was there a warehouse that had it? Like, where it was? Like,
I can't even tell you. I don't know exactly where he got it from, but I know he got it somehow.
Do you know where he accesses it at, like, the timing? Like, are there, like, within the troop that's traveling?
I got no idea how he got any of it or where he used. I know he used it in the lab. They got it to the lab. I can't tell you anything else besides that. That's all I know.
Perhaps something you all should look into at some point.
Yeah, where did you end up? Where were you when that all happened? What land were you in?
Dead End.
Okay, great. So that's another place that we should definitely go to then at some point. Because if we go to Dead End, we'll probably find this substance.
Dead End would be good for a couple reasons.
Yes.
You all have to meet with, well, find more information on the chasubles in terms of reforging them.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I mentioned before, that will take you into the desert, which is extremely dangerous right now.
I start making my way outside, and you guys can do what you're doing.
Anywhere we go is going to be dangerous.
It will.
It's just where we want to go first.
It will, but I think that your first priority should be meeting with Talon
I think we've all agreed on
and
that.
making decisions from there. You will have most likely some time afterwards, and will be in the area to handle a few things within the Badlands. At any rate, I need to get back to my egg, and you all have work to do.
Take care, Cree.
And you as well.
Well, Eric already left, so
Oh, I haven't
the
left.
rest of you
I
ready?
just went outside.
Well, it looks like Eric's ready to go. How are you two doing?
I'm ready.
You ready? What about you, Marcus?
I've already had my breakfast and beat that ravenous drunk off my drink. I think I'm ready.
I finished my meat. I finished my drink. I put the cup on at the bar. I'm like, all right, if we're ready to go, then let's go.
If you finish your meat, you can have your pudding.
Well, fare thee well, travelers. Safe. May Tempestra be at your back.
And
We
you
will
stay
be
safe.
seeing you soon.
So there's no risk
Yeah.
of corruption with Chimera. He's safe here now.
Yes, he already took it
Okay.
out of him.
I
Just like
just
he
wanted
did
to make sure that there was no risk.
He is
to
in
you.
my care right now. And Galvith's. He will be safe. Have no fear.
All right. Well, thank you.
I assume you're planting your seed before you go.
Yep. So I'm over here. I decided this was a great grassy area to plant my seed. So
Oh
I'm
my
gonna plant my
goodness.
seed here, and I'm gonna use my water
Sure.
Oh,
thingy. And
there
I'm
you
gonna-
are.
I'm over here, guys. Hi, guys.
I'm just going to command change this one a little. Can you stop moving a Kree randomly? Thanks. I'm just going to command change this one a little bit because I actually already had this planned out.
Oh, you did? Okay. I kind of wanted to plant
Yeah.
it there, but if you want to plant it there, fine.
This, you kind of, as you like walk over here, you
Mhm.
almost just like float over to the island. The gravity outside seems a little bit lower.
Okay.
But
You
you
know,
feel
whenever-
as though it's too difficult. I'm not even going to go into all that. You feel as the gravity is a little bit lower and you're able to get over here without like any difficulty. And you find a very suitable place to plant a tree.
Plant water.
Okay, I create water for you.
No, I have it in my flask. I was gonna ask you to add water
Oh.
back to it when I finished, but I'm just
We have
using my
some in the
flask.
barrel in the cart.
Yeah, I'll just refill it from that. But yeah, I'm just using my
You
water
have-
flask.
You have planted the seed.
Yay! How long is it gonna take to
In our
grow?
minds.
I don't know.
We'll
We'll
find
Okay.
out.
have to find out.
So we'll just probably wait until we just see a random giant apple tree somewhere.
Apples. I thought
So
it was pear
I'm
tree.
going to move the board now.
Mhm.
And we'll begin
What?
our other part.
Yeet. Oh, I didn't eat very far.
Odiden, I'm going to save you your spell. I'm going to save you your spell slot, and just
he
have
said he
Eric.
watered out of his flask, so
Well,
didn't-
right, and that. Well, yeah, but he can just refill the water within the tavern itself as well. So
Yeah, I'll just do that
Yeah.
Well, we have water in the jug,
in the barrel.
in the
Yeah.
barrel still. So
I get that, but those are supplies that you've already used and stuff like that. You can just fully stock up on your water jugs
Kurama
and stuff
ate,
like
right?
that within the tavern itself. Yes,
Okay.
everybody is considered having been fed for today. And watered for today.
yes, I had my
As you
roll.
exit, you have come back outside of the tavern in which you entered.
Oh, one more thing. While I'm outside.
Yes.
I turn around to the open door and I shout, Jeff, Gregory, keep being a good
Gregory
little
is
rat.
not with you anymore.
I'll be back.
He's not there anymore.
Who's
Gregory's not in
shouting
the
out
tavern?
there? The door is closed.
Oh.
You do hear a commotion coming from nearby and stuff like that.
I immediately walk towards it. I gotta see what's up about that.
I think I disconnected from the
See-
board.
I think everybody has disconnected from the board.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec.
Just as we're waiting on you.
Oh,
Nice.
you never moved us over. How could you?
Blasphemy.
Ziggy, as you round the corner, you see a number of guards surrounding. As you continue to peer through what appears to be a dead body.
What? I try to get closer and look at it more. Tell me more
As
about
you
this dead body.
approach, the guard holds out his hand. Halt!
I stop immediately. What happened?
This area is off limits to civilians. Nothing has occurred. You have nothing to... Another guard is walking over. He holds up a piece of paper. And you see him, like, comparing the piece of paper.
I cast I run away.
Halt!
I stop. I thought
Captain,
you said it was off limits to civilians. I was just gonna leave.
I believe these are the 4 that you had spoken about.
What?
What?
Oh yes, Captain Shivan, I know that name.
What do you mean?
I don't.
The 4? What are you talking? We just got here. What are you talking about?
You see him make a hand motion.
You think he knows we're
And-
horse thieves?
A number of guards begin to
Oh God.
appear around you.
He was
No,
dead when we
wait.
got here, I swear.
Oh wait, can I not
Wait,
sprint
wait,
away?
Wait, what?
Oh no.
What? No, what?
Shouldn't his name be Nita instead of Noah?
Hey, what's up? Hey, can we talk about this? Why are we suddenly being surrounded? If you would
Hold
converse
on,
with us?
Captain. I would like to ask them a few questions before you take them under.
I kick Marcus. Marcus, help us.
I love chatting. What's up?
Have been identified as matching the description of those who have fled this scene, or was seen by the gods fleeing this scene when we had heard this murder.
What?
I would
Wait,
like to
sorry,
introduce
this scene?
myself as this very scene indeed, yes. I would like to introduce myself as Investigator Noah Shit.
I kick
Can I-
Lok'Neda. Lok'Neda, do you know this guy?
I put my hand out as if to shake his hand, but I'm like kind of far away and I don't want to walk forward, so I stand completely still because I don't want to get in trouble for moving. So I just have my hand out. Hi.
Hello. I would like to ask where you all were this morning.
Well, this morning we were nowhere near this city, my good sir. As I
Yeah,
scoot
I'm
around
starting
everybody.
to push Lok'Neda forward.
We've been traveling. We just got here.
I see. And where are you coming from?
Wait.
We were coming from the
We were coming from the north,
well,
heading down. We were just traveling.
You
You
were
are
coming from
coming
out of
from-
town.
The north.
Yeah,
we were what
From the north,
What was the name of
down
that
here.
port town? What was the
I
name of that
see.
port town? I was asking out of character. What the name of that
Port City. I
was?
think.
That
You're in
no,
Port
not
City,
the one.
right?
in-
Oh,
No. The other one, the one that the Chasuble came from.
Wisharva?
no, he's saying
The capital city?
the capital city.
No, that
The one where we went to where it was coming into the port and we were trying to intercept it.
You weren't in a city at that time.
No, we were
We
in
were
Lasharva.
What
We
was-
went to go intercept, which was coming from where? That's what he's asking.
What
Oh.
city did it land on a ship where we tried to steal it after they?
You don't know exactly where it was coming from.
But the
You
city we were heading
suspect that it
towards.
was coming from Ithaca.
Right. So I just said we were coming from the north.
Oh.
I think that's
No,
safe.
but what we're asking is, it landed at a port, and then was traveling towards the
This
Charlotte.
port, yes, Port City. It came from this port,
Oh, well, that doesn't
and it was
Oh.
headed.
Okay.
Yeah, when we went from Lasharva,
That much you do know.
we were never
Now,
in
someone
any
is saying
other
you came up from
cities.
up north.
Yes, I'm saying we
So
came
you
from
are
up
up
north.
in the northern kingdoms. What charter did you take to get here?
We have, and I gesture like to the direction that the carriage is. We had a horse and wagon that we were using to transport ourselves.
You're telling me that you used your horse and carriage over an ocean.
No, we never crossed an ocean. There is still a further northern part than where we currently are. We were just from there, and we started heading west to where we are now. It was north, and then we started heading southwest in a direction to where we are now. You guys aren't like the most northern point
You
of this
guys
land.
did come technically from. You
We-
traveled north, so
I know we came from the south. But that's not
from
what
the
I'm
south,
saying.
right?
I'm telling him we came from the north.
Okay.
Which is literally
Hey.
like almost nothing on the map.
Yeah, there's
Right.
nothing really up there except more of Port City and stuff like that, and maybe some of like the surrounding villages and stuff.
Yeah, so surrounding villages. I see the map.
Um,
There's still more
you
northern
came
part
from-
area.
So you came from the surrounding villages of here.
I just feel trapped in my own speech, and I just like look at everybody else to shut me up.
You see him just like writing into a notebook.
You have to
you
forgive him.
realize
He-
that if you take the wheels off a wagon, you can float it, right?
Yeah, but
Don't
we're not
worry
floating
about
across.
You have to
Are you
forgive
actually
these dude there.
Are you actually sticking with that story?
Oh, of course not. I just
No,
wanted to see how-
our friend is deeply hungover. Please
He's-
ignore his incessant rambling. We were traveling north to come here. We did not come from the north.
Yes, my lodestone
Understood.
seems to be broken. I'm not sure of the direction.
Well, I have three
We've been
conflicting stories
traveling-
now.
We've been traveling many places. We were in Lasharva for a time, and now our travels bring us here. What are we accused of?
Murder.
You are accused of murder of the high cleric of this city.
I gesture
Someone
at the
I've
body.
never
that's-
seen.
He
That's
takes
the high cleric?
the piece of paper that shows a drawing, and you recognize as you look at this piece of paper what looks like all four of you.
That does look like us, which is.
You sure they weren't just
fascinating.
crabs?
May I see that?
Are we sure these aren't just crabs?
He's giving you another look like, don't know what kind of strategy this is for trying to lie your way out of a murder, but
It's not a
I can
strategy.
assure
These
you
are
that it is
genuine
not
questions.
working.
May I see the
What
poster,
alcohol
please?
did he drink?
I don't know.
Anyway.
It was strong.
It was meant for
Hey.
Goliaths, I believe. It was not a good idea.
He hands the piece of paper to Marcus.
I wonder if this is damaged. I cast mending on it.
Nothing.
Does everything wipe
Can
clean?
we
No.
ask, were there multiple
I-
eyewitnesses or just one? Is this an enemy of ours or?
I am the only person who was not here at the time that the murder occurred. I was called by the judge. If you
So
have
wait, all
anything
of these
in-
people have seen us?
The guards themselves have indicated that they saw four figures running away.
Huh.
We heard a scream.
Uh-huh.
Or at least they indicated that they heard a scream and responded.
Okay.
When they arrived, they found the cleric dead in the blood, and these glyphs marked around him.
Can I see
They've
them?
also... kind of looking
I am
over at the guards.
I am an
I-
investigator myself. Are you sure you investigated everything around the surrounding area before throwing accusations at us?
I am taking the word of the noble guards here.
So
who have
you
said
haven't
that-
done. So the guards haven't really done investigation. Just said that they saw some people, and they're
They saw
assuming it
4
was us.
people, and this was the description that they gave. They used magic to create the illusions, to provide the information of what these people look like, and we had a professional sorcerer recreate the imagery on the piece of paper before you.
And I'm sure everyone on your team is wonderful at their jobs. I glare at just everyone else. They can't see it. I'm in a
What do you
big robot.
expect? Corrupt guards being paid off by whoever.
I'm sure there is some sort of misunderstanding. I would just like to try and understand what
murdered
is
the
happening here
themselves.
so I can attempt to clear our
They
names.
do not have the
as this was-
authority to do that, and the captain does not seem to be willing to do so either, but what you can do, and he says this in a bit of a more hushed tone, speak with the judge.
I'd
Plead
like
your
to
case.
cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic, and as you do, you feel a solid thump in the back of your shoulder. No casting magic. But you did successfully cast the magic. But that is what you heard.
Okay, but I've successfully casted Detect Magic, so what do I see?
For a brief moment, you see...
Have you thought about asking the victim? Asking questions?
let me resolve this first. For a brief moment, you see what appears to be, quicker than you can really identify it, but what was a very brief moment appeared to be a bit of a coloration that had been around each guard's head.
Am I able to further
But it
delve
has
into that?
faded. It unfortunately has faded at this point, and you do not see anything else.
How would I understand what that was? Do I understand it as like a mind control thing, as an enchantment on them?
I can't answer that because unfortunately at the time that you did it, you weren't able to look at it long enough to identify the type of magic that it was. But there was a presence of magic.
Okay, I look at
Damn it.
Lok'Neda then before he starts going what he's gonna go, and I whisper in his ear, "Listen, you just saw what happened. They noticed I was casting magic. There's something going on over their heads. You might want to look into that."
I hate myself. I was gonna take the spell magic and I never did. God
Give me-
damn it.
Yeah,
Give me just a moment.
that would have been nice. Marcus, you don't have that, do you? Dispel magic?
No hablo inglés.
Okay. And Apple, you don't have Dispel magic?
No.
Give me just a moment, by the way.
I have life transference.
Pull up my notes.
No, it's not going to help us.
I have remove curse.
Um,
I have
you
haste.
all
I
are-
can make it
you all
faster and
are-
run away.
You all are carted off.
Wait, Lok'Neda doesn't even get
and
to
you
do
are
anything?
As I said, you'll need to speak with the judge. He will. So,
Alright, well, while you're changing the scene, I'm gonna get more coffee. Be right back.
Dang it. I want Lok'Neda to do some investigation while we were at the scene.
you'll have your opportunity.
Yeah, but he's
Just
not at the
Bear
scene.
with me.
It would have been better.
Well, we're talking to a judge,
Yeah, that's true.
so maybe the judge will allow it. But I need to do a little bit of talking.
I know, you need to do a lot of talking. You're the investigator.
So, You guys are eventually carted into an alleyway where, and before you appears a woman clad in red.
Uh,
Very
I
well,
can't
let's get
see.
this over with. You see her.
We can't see her.
You'll have to raise the camera or the green thing a little bit.
Yep, I see it now.
Oh, there she is.
Man, these guards are strong.
Yeah.
If they carted us all up like this.
Well, there is a lot of them, and I'm assuming that you guys were not resisting.
I didn't resist.
Nah, there's no reason to
I
resist.
climbed on in,
No.
baby. I didn't do a crime,
Yeah, we're innocent, so you got nothing to fear.
and I am confident about this.
Define crime.
Very well, let's get this over with, shall we? You see her sit down. She's holding up a blindfold, but she looks over at Granny Apple. Why is that one still in armor?
It's part of me.
Your Honor, we attempted to remove it from the remove that one from the armor, and we got a nasty shock.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of her prosthetics. She was on a
But
horrible
it's part. Yeah, it is. It is like part of me. If you remove me from it, I won't be able to testify or talk or anything like that. I just become. I can't operate without it. Truly.
I shout,
This must have
I
been
know
some-
my rights, and I push on Lok'Neda. Like, this is my lawyer. He's gonna talk for me, and I like shove him, like to.
You visibly see me with my hand over my face, like, God damn this. Why?
That is the first that I've seen any kind of Warforged come out of dead end and actually function. Interesting. Nonetheless, you see her put the blindfold over her eyes. It is my duty and judge in the name of Alevandria to judge you all and sentence you for a crime that you have been committed. Investigator, please present the case of what they are accused of. Certainly, Your Honor. There has been a murder recently of the High Cleric, and the guards here have identified that there were 4 people who ran off and they matched this description. I see. She's holding up the piece of paper you see that had the drawings. How exactly did they see them run off, and did you not send anybody to apprehend them immediately?
That's what I'm really confused about, because I really just walked up to. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't talk. Not my turn. Sorry. So sorry.
Thank you. You did not send anybody to... They did not send anybody to capture any of them or anything. They just... I am just giving a testimony of what I have seen and reporting on it. The captain of the guard is the one who gave me the report, and all of his men confirmed it. Nor did you see them actually murder the High Cleric. Again, Your Honor, I mean, we saw them running away from it. If they were innocent in this, why would they have run?
If we were guilty, why would we have stopped when you first came across us? We could have easily escaped.
That's an excellent
stopped-
point. However, I
We
would
stopped
ask
to
that
see
you
what the problem was.
when
I put my
directed
hand-
to. But he does raise an excellent point, Inspector.
I elbow Lok'Neda to start talking.
No,
Well, I'm kind of like glaring at Marcus and I'm trying to put my hand up saying, like, don't stalk. Just
What
like,
do you all have to say for yourself?
well, as an investigator myself,
Out of where?
I if I was the investigator of this case, as I turned around and looked at him, I would have checked the area for. If they said they said they found us, they saw us running away, and then didn't send any guards. But they claimed they saw us running away. Isn't that interesting how they wouldn't come after us? And how, even after that, you still wouldn't check around the area to see if there is any magic involved in this murder? Maybe, like...
Investigator, did you check for any magic?
I saw magic. I saw magic.
I
do
elbowed
not
you as
have
hard
the
as I
ability-
can.
Oh!
I do not have the ability to sense magic. I am no spellcaster. Unfortunately, the only one who is capable of doing such a thing is the captain himself.
Who is the captain?
So-
Can I ask?
What? I told you there was corrupt guards.
I'm like
Captain-
looking at everybody now, just like
Captain
"Oh."
Captain Trivan. He is a noble god who has been with us for quite a number of years. So I would watch your tongue in your
Oh.
accusations of corruption.
Well, tell me, if he does a job perfectly all the time, then all of a sudden he fails to do so now, why would that be so?
Again, I would
This has
very
been
much
caught up.
watch your tongue. I do not
proceed to
think that he
look-
was lying. I do believe that he may be mistaken, and I think that you should be very cautious with your next words.
I proceed to look at everybody, and I give them that look that, guys, watch what you say. We know we're innocent. They don't know that. Let's not make this bad for us.
Said you're yourself an investigator.
Yes.
Fine. You do not have evidence to hold these people in the cells, and I do not believe that there is enough evidence to accuse them of the murder, despite the magic here that shows that these are the exact people. It is a bit coincidental from everything that I'm reading. Nonetheless, I'm going to give you an opportunity. Investigator.
I will.
You're assigned to the case as well, in joint effort. Investigator, you will work with them and give them what information that you can. If I...
You cut out the if you what?
will book at you. Do you understand me?
You cut out.
Yeah, can
You
you
cut
repeat
it out
yourself?
really bad. You said if,
If I do
mean,
find
yeah.
that you are responsible... If I do find you responsible for this, I will throw the book at you. Do you understand me?
Understood. If we do find corruption in your guards, what will you do then?
She's talking to Lok'Neda.
She's giving you... You can see daggers glaring into you. If looks could kill Odaidan, you'd look like Thrand.
I kick him in the heel.
Marcus.
Well,
I'm looking at Marcus and I'm got a I'm going to kill
No.
you if you don't
I'm
shut
sorry.
your mouth.
there's
Look,
too much circumstantial evidence trying to be used
Marcus,
against us.
stop. Just stop. We will find out who the real killer is, and everything will be just fine.
Let the Aura record that the previous comments will be stricken from record in your favor for this particular case, but if you dare repeat them again, they will not be stricken this time, and my attitude may
As
change.
I said,
Sure,
if there's
I
corruption
punch
in
him
your guards,
again.
I
I punch him
expect you to
again.
deal with it.
I just keep punching Marcus until he shuts up.
I pull you back, just let him speak. If he wants to get himself killed, he can.
I am going to allow you all to investigate this on your own and try and clear your names and figure out what indeed happened here today. That is all. You're free to go. For now. But you will not leave the city. Do I make myself clear?
That's very yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Judgment is
Thank
passed.
you.
She removes the blindfold and turns away. Or begins
And-
walking out.
Are we free to go?
Immediately turn around. I'm
Yes.
immediately gonna turn around, go to the investigator, be like, I'm gonna show you how to do your job properly. Come with me as I walk past him.
I look back at Granny Apple and Marcus
Wave at the investigator.
and literally just give them both like the
Okay,
most
hold on. I'm gonna
annoying
just grab you.
glare possible. And then I say to both of them,
I grab your shirt and pull you really close to my neck, and I say, the only question I asked was what the captain's name was to see if I knew him. So maybe watch who you're glaring at. I am not some stupid person. You talk out of turn all the time. Don't accuse others of doing the same.
And you lied to the guard
You
about
guys-
where
And
we
I
came
set
from.
him
made you
down
look
and I just
idiots.
walk away.
cool.
I'm walking with the investigator, not staying with the squabbling because I want to get this over with.
I assume that you guys are actually.
I am
like,
just pissed off at how the actual case went, which how accusatory everybody was and negative. Like, we were on trial. The last thing I want to put myself in a worse situation than we needed to be.
I was trying.
I know
so
I know
hard
what you were trying to do.
to
I get that.
shit. But
I know.
somebody.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
And I'm
gonna
just
say
like,
who.
shut up. Like, you're
we
making
know
this
who.
worse.
Lied.
Oh, we know who. Don't worry about it.
Allow them
Granny
into the-
Apple did great. She asked the perfect question.
Allow them into the crime scene. This is now an active. They are now joint investigators in this case. While they are still suspects, they are additionally, by the judge and her orders, investigators.
Investigator Noah, I suggest that you stay with us at all times. I would hate to be accused of tampering with
I'm
evidence.
going.
I will accompany you all as much as I possibly can. However, I have other work to do as well, and I do not wish to be a babysitter.
Should have thought about that before you did your job, Ron. Lok'Neda, show him how to do it.
No, they used my.
Do I need to study more just so that I can cast the silence spell on you?
Eh,
Well, investigator, please show me how to do my job.
Okay, so first of all, I want to see if there's like any like tracks or anything around it, and, like if there's like
Okay.
anything that could have been left behind, like a track
Roll
or
me
something.
an investigation check.
Gosh, I'm good at. God, now's the time where I roll low. I see nothing but sunshine and rainbows.
Okay. There's a dead body in front of you. It looks like it died. It does not appear to be living.
may I attempt to
Yes.
investigate?
Oh, I'm gonna use. Oh, I want to do something though.
Okay.
I want to. Ah, crap. I don't want to do when people are looking.
Can I start really loudly
you-
stomping around and try and create a distraction? Just like I'm a cool
Well,
big
you
mech
guys
dude.
have authority at this point to, unless there's something specific that you're trying to do that would
I just
worry
need
the
him to.
guards.
I just need him to turn around because I don't want him to see the thingy. You know.
Well, I want to start talking in the other direction, like trying him to turn around by like going there and try talking to him. You know, just be
Who are
like
you talking to? The investigator? Okay.
Yeah, the investigator.
And
Yes.
see the
And
guards.
and the guards, I don't know, get them in on this. Be like, hey, were you two of the guards who saw us, who supposedly saw us? I'd love to ask some questions if I could.
Okay. While that's happening,
Well-
what are you doing, Lok'Neda?
I'm using the hourglass not to speak with the dead, but with the other ability where I can see what happened moments before.
Oh, mhm.
Okay.
Because I have that one.
I gotta. Well, hold on. I gotta look through that, and
Because this is that, and then there's a.
I think you're reading that wrong. But give me just a second. Give me a second.
Karama, may I borrow a little tuft of fur, please, for a spell?
You have a component pouch, I and that was one of the things you bought.
Is it actually in there? I didn't know. Okay. Then never mind. I have the tougher further.
Yeah, leave Kurama alone.
No, that's what I was asking. I wasn't just gonna take. I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on our investigator.
That is flavor text, by the way. What it is it gives you advantage on investigation checks when a corpse is involved. So you actually have advantage. That's what that is.
Okay, well,
Marcus, not Marcus. Lok'Neda.
So he's getting double
oh,
advantage?
see, I was gonna give him Fox's Cunning for
Never
advantage
made
on
anything
intelligence
wrong.
checks for the next
Yeah,
hour.
it's flavor text. Basically, the way that you get your advantage is like magic being used to perceive the last moments. So just roll because you didn't give yourself advantage on that. So roll again and give me that number. You actually didn't need to distract the guards for this one.
Well, I did it anyways, huh?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Perceived is involved. Oh,
Yeah.
I get. So could I roll that advantage then? Because I just
Yeah,
rolled the
yeah.
one.
You roll with advantage because like that's what you should have had. You had this. You have the stone, so you should have had advantage.
There's no way. There's
You rolled
no
another
way.
one.
It was another nat 1.
Oh no.
So
Unfortunately, you won't like you see like the sands begin to like flutter around as though it's going to show you something, and then just not work for some reason. You're not really sure what happened here. Back to Granny Apple.
Were you some of the guards who saw supposedly us running away from the crime scene?
I was indeed one of the guards. The investigator
Amazing.
was not here.
Oh, right. I did know that. Right. We discussed that. I would love to ask you some questions. Have you ever seen this before?
When you were running away from the crime scene, yes. But
Right,
other
yes.
than that, no, I have not.
It feels like you guys were able to give a pretty detailed description of us for them to make a perfect picture, correct?
I saw you as clear as day.
Okay.
When I saw you running from the crime scene.
And when you saw me running from a corpse, why did you not chase us?
He just kind of looks a bit like, well, I mean, you can't see his face because of the armor and stuff like
Right.
that, but you see like a nervous shuffle of like, I don't know.
Right. I totally, like, we all make mistakes. I totally understand. But one of the things I'm concerned about is that we do have enemies, and there are things such as disguise spells and, I mean, even modify memory spells. And so I'm worried that maybe something happened, and I don't believe that any of you lied. Of course. Why would you? You're
He has a look on his
amazing
face.
protectors.
I apologize, but I'm not very familiar with spellcasting and the details of that. I simply reported what I have seen.
I
If
see.
you find anything within the investigation here, I would be happy to stand corrected. But I merely gave my report as I have seen it,
Interesting.
as is my duty to this city.
Of course.
I also sent you a DM, by the way.
I saw.
Okay.
So as you go to cast that spell, it does work, but you notice the mouth is sewn shut.
I don't like this.
It looks at you expectingly.
Can you point to your killer?
Oh my god. I'm actually gonna pull my hair out.
I'm going to say that Marcus was not close enough to notice that the spell is being cast.
Thank God. I was about ready to pull my hair out.
No, I'm all the way over here by Granny Apple. I just want to give you some back.
I'm going. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh. Using your hand, thumbs up for yes, and then thumbs down for no. Is the killer? Is your killer still in this area? Is the killer any one of us? That's 2 questions, but who cares?
How is he gonna do a thumbs up for the second one?
It's looking. It holds up its hand or its arm. There are no hands.
Okay, then using your arm, pull straight up and arm straight down. Straight up for yes, straight down for no. Is the killer in this area?
You see it, the body like trying to like perceive, but it can't. It isn't sure.
Are you blind?
His hand,
You mean his arm?
yeah, but his arm goes like was starting to lean towards no, but then like corrects itself and gives an indication of yes.
Does my voice remind you of the killers?
His arm moves down to a no position.
How many
Was
was that?
Was
4?
that technically the fifth, or was that the fourth? Like, are we counting?
I'm gonna say that that was 4 because it didn't respond properly to the first one, so that was unfortunately wasted.
Okay,
It wasn't able to. It wasn't able to respond, but that would still count.
Wait, that would be over then. He asked one
No,
question
that's 4.
and he tried to.
I'm counting it as 4.
Okay.
Don't look a gift corpse in the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
got
I'm
this.
just trying to do math.
I'm keeping track.
So we can't see.
It signals no. And
I was
falls
seeing that-
lifeless.
No, that was not in character. That was out of character.
Okay.
That was out of character. I was just speaking to myself here. I'm gonna mute myself so I can speak to myself.
No. That's fine. I won't be an asshole.
Okay, so
Since
out of character, Berg. It can't see, so so its mouth is shut, so it can't speak, which would make this really easy. Oh, I got one question left. Was the killer somebody that you knew? In character.
The corpse looks for a moment, tilts its head. It isn't sure. And it falls lifeless.
Laga, I do have a quick question for you.
Did you learn anything from that spell?
Well, not enough information He doesn't know whether he knew the person or not, but my voice didn't remind him of the killers.
Hmm.
And from what my friend saw when he was trying to see what kind of magic was in the area, this person cast a spell on the guards to make it look like we were the killers.
What do you mean?
Did they not disclose that to you? The spell he was casting when we first met was just a detection spell. To
Who
see
was
what kind of
casting magic?
I was. I like walk over.
Oh,
He
and
wanted
did
to
you
see.
cast magic on the gods? Is that what you're saying?
I casted something that allows me to see if there's any magic in the area. And when I
Oh, I
casted
see.
it, unfortunately, I was bludgeoned on the head by one of your guardsmen, which did blur my recollection. But I saw magic emanating from their heads, from like where their eyes are.
Interesting. I have unfortunately no proof of that, so I can't use that as evidence to help or support your case. And unfortunately, in the sense of, well, I heard as well as you did from this that he didn't recognize your voice, but again, that doesn't necessarily clear you. That could mean that he simply did not hear, or the killer may not have spoken to him. But I have noted it down. Understood.
Is there anybody? How long have you known the High Cleric for? This cleric for?
Oh, I mean, he's been a cleric of this town for as long as I can remember.
Has he had any arguments with anybody that you can think of?
Well, from the investigation that I've done so far, I did find some paperwork within the actual cathedral, within the chapel itself, and it seemed that he had a meeting recently with the tavern keeper. The tavern keeper wasn't all too happy with him. He's mentioned that the tavern keeper was looking for assistance with something, and well, the cleric found it reason to say no. As far as what the details of that is, I'm not entirely sure.
Take me to the tavern keeper.
Sure,
Can I,
certainly.
real quick before we leave the body, I want to do an investigation check or something, like look at the body, see if I can find
Okay.
any clues, because like I know I didn't do this.
Okay, I'd like actually everyone to roll an investigation check. Anyone except for
Nat
Lok'Neda, 'cause he
20.
did already.
Oh, I got a 23.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
I got a nat 20.
I'd,
Oh, nice.
I'd also
Nat
like,
20,
before we
look
leave,
good.
to talk to Lok'Neda
So
as well.
24.
With those combined rolls, I got what I need here. So as
I don't
you
even get to
and
roll? Okay,
Ziggy, sure you can.
No, it's pointless because we already made what we need to make, so we're good.
He rolls
Right.
up that one. Which
Yeah,
brings
right?
the
I'm not
grade
risking
average
it.
down.
I'm going to say that like as they like move in to look, that you two are just gonna talk,
Okay.
and we'll sort it that way. So they go and look. What I'm going to give the both of you, as you approach the body, Marcus, I need you to roll first off a religion check with advantage. Ziggy, from the inspection, from the both of you and stuff like that, you notice that the mouth is sewn shut, as I had indicated. You notice that both of the hands have been cut off, as though by a blade. The cut itself is very clean and looks as though that the person who's done it knows what they're doing.
I rolled
As
an
you look
18.
at the eyes and stuff like that, there doesn't appear to be anything necessarily wrong with the eyes. Marcus, from what you can see from everything, as you look around, you've noticed that the blood itself has been used to create this glyph that is on the ground itself. You notice that this glyph seems to be very similar to one of the rituals to Argrius, though it is different. Very different. Like, this isn't something you've seen before, but it is reminiscent of the ritual to Argrius.
Interesting.
Sorry, what did you say about the eyes?
The eyes don't appear to be damaged at all.
Okay, cool.
But we
Beyond normal, like,
yeah.
Right, yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Tell me something, investigator. What time was this man murdered this morning?
oh, I would say a little after the sun rose.
Investigator, I have a question.
Certainly.
The High Cleric, was there anything that they in particular have access to that's particularly important?
Are you talking? I mean, they would have access to many of the city's functions and probably to the archives and information.
Anything that might be... You see, their hands are cut off. There must be a reason. I don't see their hands, meaning the killers must have them for some reason, right?
Oh, that's an excellent point.
The mouth is sewn shut, so they can't... Even if we were to contact them, they couldn't tell us anything. But the eyes seem fine. I don't know what this means.
Is sewn of the mouth some local tradition for the dead, or did you find the body that way?
That is how I found the body.
Have you thought about cutting it open and seeing if there's anything inside?
I have not done that yet, but you can certainly try.
All right, I pull out my dagger and very carefully cut only the stitches.
Okay. As you do so and you open the mouth, you realize that the tongue is missing as well.
His tongue is missing. What's
That's
even
really
they have
messed
to
up.
sew up the mouth shut if they were going to cut out the tongue?
They really didn't want this person to talk. Why?
I cannot answer this. This is as much of a mystery as it is to me as well. I thought that this was honestly an open shut case when they said that they saw the four of you running away, but I'll be honest, I believe you all now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Church.
If it means anything, but
It helps me feel a little better.
What god did he worship?
well, he was primarily a cleric of the cycle, but I believe from what I have seen when I investigated his study that he was specifically a cleric of Alavandria.
I show him my holy symbol. I too am a cleric of the cycle.
Oh, well then,
These runes were made in his own blood. They are not quite the markings of Argrius. They are of a alternate design.
of the fallen.
Shouldn't you know all of the parts of the cycle, not just the ones that are pleasing?
I have very little knowledge of it. I wasn't much of a religious man myself.
But what I'm saying is, as a cleric of the cycle, it is my duty to research all parts of the cycle.
I have no judgment there. But I have no knowledge of this kind of things. But I will definitely write that in my notes here.
This is not the normal cycle.
What would
For
this
Argrius, it would be
be?
three. For Argrius, it would be 3 dots in a circle.
And
this
what
is the
exactly
thing.
is the purpose of the 3 dots?
It's. I know off the top of my head, but like I'm drawing a blank here.
Basically, to call
Yeah.
the raven to
Call the
collect the
Yeah.
From the ritual, you know that you would
I didn't
place
want to have to look at
copper
my notes.
within.
I'm sorry.
You would place copper within the eyes and draw the 3 dots around in order to call the raven that they may be brought to be essentially
Yeah.
taken and eventually taken to the eternal dream.
Yeah, that.
Oh, also, just since we have the time, can I just cast detect magic, but on the body this time?
You certainly can. Well, detect magic is not cast on something. It
Right,
just
right,
gives you
right.
the
But like
yeah.
now, I can actually have time to look and stuff.
Right.
Is what I meant.
As you look, you don't see anything specifically magical.
Can I see if there's anything on his body that might have been left behind as a clue?
You don't see anything out of place. Anything that you don't think that he should have other than the information that I've already given you.
Maybe look in the study.
Well, I've found most of everything, and a lot of that information I've already had cleared out. I will answer any questions that you found that you would have any about, have specifically about the study.
I was just looking to see if there was anything, any of the rooms were ransacked.
No, not really. Everything was in its place. That was one of the first theories that I had, that they were perhaps looking for something like an artifact or something like that, but it doesn't appear to be the case.
Some
He had none of
religions-
his money stolen from him or any personal things. It wasn't a robbery at all. They, as far as I can tell, took nothing. Other
Was
than,
he a-
obviously his hands and his, tongue.
Right, for
What-
sure.
Was he a married man?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I would say so. I don't, I didn't really think that he had any enemies, if that's what you mean.
Well, unfortunately, there's always going to be enemies to those who work for the church.
Could be, but came as a shock to all of us.
Can I tell if it's only his blood? Or if there's other blood, maybe?
From your investigation check, I will say that you can't really, obviously you don't have the ability to do that from looking at it, but it does not appear to, everything appears to have, all the blood that is on the ground appeared to have pulled out from him or was used in the smearing. But you can't necessarily tell whether it's somebody else's blood or not. You would assume that it is.
I am going
When
to.
you all ready, he mentioned that he wished to speak with the tavern keeper. I can lead you all back there.
And
I
do what I'm gonna do.
I would like to speak with the wife when we have time.
The wife. He was
Meg.
sworn to celibacy. He has no wife.
I thought you said he had one just a second ago.
No.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
No, I never mentioned anything about his...
Well, like, I asked if he was married, I thought I said he...
No.
Okay, well, I misunderstood that then.
May I interject?
Yeah.
Interject real
Please.
quickly. I was speaking out of character. I didn't want to bump anybody over or like take somebody's spotlight. I have a suggestion.
Okay.
If you two don't mind, I'm talking to my partners. You said this is a glyph of Argyris, but altered,
No.
right, Marcus?
I said it's like the glyphs used in the rites of Argus, but it's not like his. They're definitely rites for the dead, but not of Argus's design.
Investigator, how many temples are here in the port city?
Oh, Well, it's really just this temple, but it is worshipping all of the six. That it is a church of the church of the cycle. There are other priests and stuff like that that pass through sometimes and give teachings of each of the titans, but but he is the one who oversaw any of the traveling clerics.
Was he the only cleric here?
Oh, I would have to look through the logs and see if there was any others present. I will do that for you.
Shall we go see the tavern keeper?
Well, I was gonna kind of split us off if there was a couple of other temples here that we could look at, but I guess so.
I think what he was implying is it's just the one church for all the cycle.
Yeah,
Right.
no, that's what he was saying. Yeah,
So
I mean, unless you want to go look at the study and see if there's anything that's
I've already asked.
like maybe they missed something.
Well, I've already asked. He said that he's already cleared it out.
I would like to
It
make
could
a
always be
suggestion
like this-
before we leave, if I may.
Yes.
No.
Now,
Yeah.
you're you're the Time Warden. It's your character. You do whatever you want. But I just want to bring something up, and you decide if you want to do it or not. So, this is me in character talking to Lok'Neda, like I had asked previously to have this. When we were in the temple, and you are a Time Warden, I recall that you were able to figure out a lot of things from the past that we weren't able to. Almost as if you saw it all happen.
I already tried that.
It didn't work.
Nope.
Okay, then we're good.
Marcus, as you're walking away, you notice one other thing. There's almost like an ash mixed in with some of the blood. You recognize it as ashes from incense.
Is there an incense cellar here in town?
Surely there's an herbalist on the other side of town.
All right. Do you mind if I take a sample of the blood?
Sure. I suppose yeah. That
Okay.
would be fine.
I put some in one of my empty bottles.
Okay.
Would you care to hold on to it for me for now?
He's giving you a look like
I was going.
kind of just. He's giving you a look like disgust. You see him like pull out two white gloves.
Well, I
Nice.
just don't want you. I just don't want to ever be accused of tampering with the evidence. So, that's all.
You are joint investigators here. If you wish to look over the blood, you may gladly do so.
I will take it with me to the herbalist later.
What
I
if?
see.
What if? Okay, out of character. What if we did this? What if? What if two of us went to the herbalist to sample the blood, while the other two went to the tavern keeper?
We could.
Yeah.
Just so you know, don't forget, you do have advantage on all intelligence checks for the next hour.
Oh, sick.
Oh, did you cast the spell?
Only
Okay.
Yeah, I
Lok'Neda?
cast that on him. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't
Okay.
outcast it for more than one person yet. So,
Okay.
So then Marcus would lead that one team, unfortunately.
what do you mean, unfortunately?
I will lead the team going to the tavern keeper, and then Marcus will lead the one going to the herbalist. Granny Apple, who do you want to go with, or do you want to do something different?
I'll go. I don't care. Whichever.
I can go with Marcus, because last time you went with Marcus and I went with Lok'Neda. This time we can flip it. I'm cool with that.
So you're going to put the two people that can't keep their
Okay.
mouths shut together? Lovely.
Works for me.
Wait, no, huh? Granny Apple and Marcus were going together, right?
Nope.
Nope.
No,
That's
it's the other way around.
Nope, it's the other way around.
I'm with Lok'Neda.
It's me and
Oh,
Locke.
okay. Okay.
But guys, you gotta remember, when I'm in my human disguise,
manliness.
it's manliness.
Yep.
Right, yeah,
remember.
Somebody, and I won't say who, called me
Me.
Lok'Neda in front of the guards and the investigator.
Wasn't me.
That was probably me.
Do you not
Well, they
remember that, Bert?
They did not
I-
catch it, the guards. So,
Okay, you're lucky. Whoever said that.
That's
Before
me.
we leave,
the investigator will point, by the way, this building right here is the tavern. So if you wish to speak with the tavern keeper, that would be where to go. I am going to return to my office and look through the records to see if there was any other clerics who were scheduled to be here this week.
Thank
Alright, well, you just let us. Oh wait a
And-
minute. Who has the sending? Who has the sending stones?
I had the sending stones.
Eric does.
Do you want to lend him one, and then we
Investigator
can?
is going to.
If I
walk off.
do that, then I can't use
You get-
them else with somebody else, right? Doesn't it bind or no? That's not how they
Well,
work.
but
No,
like here's
no,
the
No.
They don't. They are
No.
not bound. Yeah,
they're bound
No,
to each other.
that's
not
all-
to
yeah.
the person.
they're bound to
We can-
each other. That's it.
Okay,
They
so
don't
then
require.
so then before the investigator leaves, I go up to him and say, hey, I would like to keep in touch with you. Would you please take this?
I think they meant give it to the other party members so the two of you can stay in contact.
Oh, okay. Then I give it to Granny Apple.
Right? Was I understanding that correctly? Or were you talking
yeah,
about
it's
giving
actually-
it to the
that's
investigator?
I was thinking about the investigator, but the
Oh.
other option's better.
Okay.
Other option's better.
So I give it
We
to
can
Granny
just
Apple.
bad.
talk as a team.
Sorry, I thought you were
Okay,
talking
I have
about.
it.
Okay.
It's
That-
mine
that's
now.
a better option.
I have it. I
So
snatched
I'm
it.
Alright,
gonna
before we
start-
leave-
Technology, it's mine.
Before we leave, please
That's
don't
better.
leave. I would like to see if there's any tracks or anything on the ground around this that like I could recognize as like feet prints or any of that kind
They
of stuff.
already did an investigation check and got the information that there was to proceed.
So
in
there's
that
no
case.
further. Okay.
Correct. I mean, he rolled a nat 20, so like if you don't trust that,
No, I know. I just didn't. I
That's on
didn't
you.
hear that as one of the things,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's just not available to know. Understood.
you do. Marcus did not see any footprints leading off.
It was more just of like anything leaving the crime scene that could have been like a general direction
Nothing
of something.
perceivable.
Okay.
Nothing perceivable.
Also, out of character, because I don't remember this happening. Lok'Neda, was that like a DM to Berg that you did about it, or did you try to do it and then Berg said it didn't work?
Oh, the one I sent you? No. That was directly to you.
Okay, got it.
I know you wanted to talk to me, but I also wanted to kind of
Well, I just wanted
get
to
the
know if
show
you
going.
if you had the ability to do that and you just chose not to, or if it just couldn't happen. Because like
no,
that,
I did that.
it just
He
feels
did,
like
and
that
then he
w-
rolled two nat ones. He rolled two nat ones in a row.
Okay, got it. He failed it. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
when,
was it two nat ones in a row?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh my god.
Wait, I
Okay,
think
and it was an
congratulations.
how many
advantage,
nat
too.
ones is that now?
We'll figure it out.
Well, since 2 sessions ago, that's like 3 people tied at 2.
Okay. So I'm not the king of nat ones at the moment. That is nice to know.
Oh,
If-
since I started counting. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where I gotta bring you guys.
I will need to know the location of the herbalist if you don't mind.
Well, I'm
That's
with you
what
too.
I'm dragging you. That's what I'm dragging you to.
Before I leave, though, I'm gonna perform the ritual and do my own 3 dots and put 2 copper coins over the eyes.
Oh,
So
that's
subtract
nice
2
of you.
copper from you.
I also have another
Are
question.
you doing anything? Are you doing anything else with the existing glyph?
I was gonna say there's already no magic that was found, right? I'm going to smudge it just in case it's binding the soul there.
Okay. I will get back to.
I do have a
the
quick question.
Both of you, as you go to the herbalist. Yes.
So when Granny Apple casts the ritual of detect magic, right? the guards that were with us, that were with the investigator and the guards, were those the same guards that I saw the detect magic on, and now that spell or whatever is gone? Is that what that meant, or were these just completely different guards?
They were the same guards.
So whatever magic I had seen on them was gone.
I
Because you said she
Can't
didn't see
answer that.
anything.
She did not see any magic over the guards.
Right. Okay. So then that's what I'm confirming. So whatever I saw on them moments ago is now gone.
Granny, did you look at the guards when you casted it?
She
Or
would have been
just
able to see it.
Yeah,
It
she
lasted
sees
10
everything. 'cause
minutes, so
it's-
she would have.
It's an area.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My bad.
Right.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm looking all around.
Yeah.
Right.
I just wanted to
That's
confirm.
Seen.
Granny Apple and Lok'Neda, you have entered the tavern, and you are standing before the tavern keeper.
So I presume you must be the tavern keeper, correct?
Why is he not sitting where he's supposed to? Hold on a sec.
Because you're in charge.
Why are you doing this, game? Oh my god.
He's cute. Are you trying to wedge him like under it?
There we go. Wait.
Oh.
He's still floating. Whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine. He's just
leave
really
it.
tall.
What can I do for y'all?
We heard that the
Warden stands
cleric.
before you. Oh.
Go ahead. No, give the description.
You have the image of him, so I'm not going to give a full description.
Okay. We heard that was it the High Cleric, right? Is that what
Yes,
the guy's called?
High
Yes,
Cleric.
High Cleric. We heard that the High Cleric came in here because you requested him to do something for you. Is that correct?
Not quite. I went to visit him with a request, but... Yes. Why?
Well, it turns out that he was murdered at the crack of dawn this morning.
Oh, yes, I've heard. And Titans take his soul. May he rest in peace. But if you think that I had anything to do with that murder,
Pieces.
I would never.
Well, we know he came in here to talk to you. We don't know when that was or
He
what
did
it was
not
about.
come in here to speak
Oh,
with
but
me. I
you went to talk to him.
Yes.
What did you go to talk to him about?
But, things have been difficult here in the tavern. The upkeep of everything is quite difficult, and more and more my equipment is breaking down, and I can't afford a sorcerer to use magic to repair them, nor do I have the technical experience myself to do it. And the costs have become prohibitive. We're one of the few taverns within this town, and I really did not want to be forced to go out of business because of the rising costs. So I was looking for any help that he might be able to provide. But he turned me down flat. I hate to say it, but I think it was truly because of me being dragonborn and not human. He is usually quite cheerful to many other people, but looked at me as though I was an outsider. I know how this looks, but really, I would never.
Hey, what kind of stuff is broken? Just point me to it. You guys can keep talking. Just point me towards the broken stuff.
He just kind of waves his hand, like, look around.
I immediately start going to work on something that's broken while they're talking, but I'm like still listening.
You can trust her. She's really good at fixing stuff.
Oh,
Don't just. Let's
you.
just. Was there when you went to visit him? Yeah, you know what? Here, there's nobody else in the tavern, is there? Looking around, there's
nobody.
R.I.P.
I'm gonna do a little foreshadowing on his stream. I know what you're going through as I like snap my fingers and I go back to my real form.
He kind of like looks shocked for a second.
It's okay. I know exactly what you're going. I know exactly what it's like to be on the other end of that.
His face softens a little bit. You can see him like almost like breathe a sigh of relief. It's been very difficult.
Well,
you hear a blowtorch as I'm welding something together in the background.
Well, when you went to see him, was there anything that seemed off about him? Besides the obvious.
The high cleric, you mean?
Yes.
Nothing that I could immediately tell.
Hey.
He seemed as he usually does. He looks over in your direction as you called out, hey.
So, I look around at the empty room, and I'm like, of course, Titans rest his soul. But the High Priest obviously had big feelings about you, and while truly after meeting you, I don't believe you had anything to do with this. He might have upset other people similarly. Is that possible?
The only people that I mean, he could have. I didn't really dig into his personal life too much. He was not a regular guest here. Kind of the opposite of usually what the clerics... I don't really get too many clerics in here.
Sure, makes sense.
Truly, I don't really get too many customers in here either, but you know what I mean.
Right.
I went this morning, though, if it means anything. I was not at my tavern this morning where I would have been anywhere near. I was down by the docks. I was collecting a shipment of supplies.
What kind of supplies?
Let's keep that one off the books, shall we?
Off the record? What kind of supplies? Granny Apple stands up from whatever she was welding.
He's giving you a very like you could see he's like trying to determine whether or not he wants to trust you on this one or not. And like he's seeing like the fact that you guys are investigating this and he's like
whatever stays, whatever you tell, if we won't say we got it we won't tell anyone.
Do you want to know why we're investigating this? We're investigating because guards have said that they saw us running away from it. But we did not do this, and the story doesn't quite add up, so the judge is letting us investigate it. We are not normally investigators. I'm not normally a follow the law to a T kind of gal, but when I am accused of murder, I do look into it a bit.
Let's just say not all.
He's not a.
He stops and he's looking at you.
No, keep going.
He just kind of leans over a little bit. If you say anything, I will find you. But
I'm sure.
truly,
Sure you
I
will.
not all of my guests are the clean type, if you catch my drift. Some of them prefer a bit of other spices
Looks
besides liquid courage.
cool. So not cool
Ah.
gems and metals. Okay, cool. I was just wondering. For sure, fun. Sounds like a good time. Huh.
But also, the usual, like a bit more alcohol and whatnot, and
Oh, hey. Do you Hey, between you and me. She like gets up. The mech suit's now like leaning across the bar, and she's like, "Between you and me, you've got connections, right? Where would one go if one wanted to hire someone to do this sort of job? You know, murder."
Well, the easiest would be speaking with the Order of Phantoms. There is, from what I know, from what I've heard rumors of, there is at least one working member of the Order of Phantoms within the city. That would be, again, this stays strictly between us, and you did not
Yes.
hear it from me.
Of course not.
This stays, yeah, the herbalist was a member of the Order of Phantoms. I don't know the full details, but she was looking
Oh
for.
shit!
She was
I'm just
looking
looking at
for
Granny
something.
Apple.
Fascinating. That's so interesting. Thank you for that info. That was incredible. I go back to fixing stuff because I want to like pay him back for the hot info that we've just gotten.
Truly, I want to also thank you for what you're doing. This has you have
That's
no
what you
idea.
needed, right? Things fixed.
Yes, like
Yeah.
you
Cool.
have literally no idea how grateful I am.
Yeah. No. Good. I don't. It's a fun project. I really like.
How many of there are you? I have to offer something in return. You all are free to drink tonight on the house and
Oh my
stay
God.
here. But I just need to know how many you are so I can prepare something for you.
There are 4 of us total. There's us 2, and then there's another 2 of us
2
that
more.
are
Understood.
not like us. They're not us, but they
Listen.
know who we really are.
I'm really
But they're
sorry for them. I just want to say that now before you meet them, and I feel like you'll
they're
understand eventually. But like, I just want you to know ahead of time that
Very
I
well.
am
they're
I appreciate the
they're
heads up.
special. They're special. Sometimes they special needs, but they're special.
I will start getting a room prepared for you all then, as at the moment. You see him writing in his ledger. Did you have any other questions for me?
I feel like I'm questioned out. You got any more manliness?
I had a question, but I totally forgot about it. That's not a character.
If you want, I can
Fuck you,
come.
Berg.
I can come back to you if you'd like. I'm gonna switch over to the other 2 if you.
Okay, I
need
got
time
one
to
more
think.
question. I got
Okay.
another question, but then you can come back to me after I ask this question. Just
Okay.
remember what the other question is. How now this has nothing to do with the investigation, but often do you get pirates coming in here?
You mean as tavern goers? Customers?
Sure, yes.
Well, the port is always lively, full of pirates of all sorts. Typically the Brass Serpent and members of the trade lords. You, would be best to find... I mean, if you go to any of them and speak to them directly, they're just people from Kamikis and whatnot that are just trading, but if you know the way to talk, they'll open up to you. If you catch my drift.
Oh, trust me,
With money, you mean?
Oh, well, maybe sometimes, with certain things, but I meant more of just...
It's you gotta be able to speak with a certain demeanor to
Oh.
put it
Yeah.
lightly.
Army pig leg.
They
Sorry.
just... Oh, I didn't mean in terms of speaking like a pirate. You might actually offend them if you do that. I
No,
meant more
I
of just...
would not do that. That seems silly.
I meant more of,
you gotta know what words to say.
if you
Sure.
sound like an outsider, they'll treat you like an outsider. That's how I'll
But
put
if you
it.
sound like one of them, then it opens it up. You
Got-
know?
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
I am going to now
I-
jump over to Eric and Marcus.
Uh-oh.
Probably English.
Eric, can you click on your character real quickly?
On my character? Yep.
Yeah.
You could also just click on mine.
Yeah. No, I didn't know
Oh,
if
you
you
can.
we were moving me like to the new area or not.
Okay. So,
I just want to make sure Ziggy can see too.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
approach the building where the investigator indicated that this was the shop of the herbalist. You do see a open shop window.
Gotcha. I think somebody's talking about us, Marcus.
Oh,
My nose only
get
gets
that
itchy when
feeling,
people
do
are
you?
talking about me.
oh. I thought it was your. I thought my ears were ringing.
So what are we doing
Howley?
here?
I noticed some incense mixed in with the blood. I would like to see if the herbalist recognizes the scent.
Interesting. Hello?
As you approach the window, you see a very familiar scene. You see another corpse, and you see another ritual circle.
I said, contact the others through the stone.
Yep. I whip
We
out the
shall not
stone.
enter until the investigator gets here.
I'm gonna say this is more your expertise, Marcus. I hand him the stone. I have no idea what I'm doing with it.
Hello, can you hear me?
I see Ziggy.
Yeah. Hello?
We have an issue. The herbalist is dead, and there's another ritual circle.
Interesting. They might have been a murder.
I think it was self-inflicted.
What?
I don't know.
We'll be there soon.
Bring the
We just got some great
investigator.
info.
So you guys are headed over?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. On our way.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm gonna be switching my costume, obviously.
Do I see any
You know.
guards nearby?
You do not.
All right.
Wait, when you said Brady investigator, were you talking about me or were you talking about the actual investigator? The other
no
one.
shit.
Oh,
Bring
that
no
was
shit.
Marcus. Oh.
Like, I don't know about you, but I could go for a huge sub with mustard and pickles and peanut butter and jelly.
That sounds
I
absolutely
can't
revolting.
tell.
I'll have one.
Karama, what about you? You down for it?
Can't be any worse than the cooking I've had on the road.
Like, this is crazy, man.
Oh, I was like, I thought someone was spying on us from around the corner, but it's Granny Apple. Oh,
Maybe I was spying on you.
Any
Sure,
apple
sure.
and manliness walk up.
Hey, what's up?
did you bring?
I thought he
Lok'Neda?
told us to. I thought he told us. Yeah, I was about to say. I thought he told us to bring the investigator.
You guys have
Oh.
no idea where he is.
Yeah, I
Oh.
don't know where he lives. He said he was gonna go home and research stuff. I don't know what you
Well,
want from me.
You couldn't
We
ask
don't
the
know.
guard to grab him.
We were nowhere
What?
near him. He left us. They went somewhere else.
Was
we
there
went
no
somewhere else.
guards left at the other body?
We weren't there. We
We-
went somewhere else. You
Well,
just came here because
We'll
you told
talk
us
to the
there was a dead
investigator
body.
later.
We're investigators. It's fine.
Why? What's going on? I'm gonna go up to the window.
You see a very similar scene of a dead body and a very gruesome murder scene.
Okay,
swear
I
I was busy
immediately
that
want to
day, it
check
wasn't me.
the same, like if.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. Oh. This is interesting.
I take out my pistol and shoot a bullet
Now
into
it's
the ground
another
to try to
murder.
flag down the guards.
Marcus, I question some of the things you do.
I mean, if
I'm
did
going
they
to
hear
assume
it?
that you're not actually doing that, right?
Oh no, I'm trying to get the guards' attention.
Yeah, he's trying to get guards here. I don't think it's a bad idea.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
You fire a shot into the ground.
Yes. While we wait for the guards to show up.
Yep.
What did you learn?
There's
from
a
the tavern
dead
keeper?
body, and you're shooting a gun?
There was one shot fired, and you could obviously see the hole in the ground.
Yeah,
Correct?
he's alerting people around us to come here.
There's so many better ways to alert people to come
Well-
to a place.
I'd asked for you guys to
Oh.
bring investigator. We need guards or somebody.
We couldn't find him.
That's understandable.
Shooting him.
But either way,
You do not hear any approaching guards.
well then.
Oh, thank the Lord. The Titans, I should say. Thank the Titans.
Thank the gods. Well,
Thank the.
Lok'Neda, about what we talked about earlier. Do you think you'll be able to do it this time?
Well, I really hope so. But it requires breaking in. Alright, you guys just keep me covered. I'm just gonna hop on in there.
I brace myself with my
Granny
bow.
Appy, you want to just yeet him in there?
You don't have any difficulty actually getting in, like as you shift some of the stuff on the table over and whatnot. You have no issue actually getting in.
I'm gonna start casting detect magic as a ritual.
I'm just on guard duty.
Can I see if this body has its hands?
You're not the one investigating the body right now,
Okay.
unless you would like to crawl in
Oh,
as well.
Absolutely.
You're crawling in as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. And
well.
oh, well,
Well,
I
I
was
don't know
just
my
going to move
characters.
you there, so give me just a second.
Dang, it sucked.
Okay.
Oh my
Granny Apple, what
God.
are you doing?
Standing outside.
Okay.
Why are my rolls so bad?
Are you
Watching?
investigating the body then, Lok'Neda?
Yes,
Roll with advantage then.
I did roll. I did, and they were
Oh.
not good at all.
What did you get?
I only got a 13.
Total? That was your highest
Yep.
one? Okay.
That was my highest one.
You notice a lot of the same things that you saw on the or that were pointed out and were in the notes of the previous one. You notice that the mouth is stitched closed, and both hands are missing. And you notice the ritual circle around the body as well.
If we kept the mouth open, cut the mouth open, are you able to regenerate his tongue? Her
That
tongue?
is well beyond my power.
I'm guessing she's gonna be blind too.
Well, corpses usually are. Because they can't. The
Mhm.
spell actually specifies that they can't perceive around them.
Oh. That's right. It does say that.
Yep.
I don't remember how. I don't know why I don't remember that. Yeah. But like the sands didn't do anything.
Nope. Even with the enhanced
Nope.
version of it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Well, no, you're getting this from this. Like, you see, like, not with that roll, no. Like, you see these things get pointed out by the sand and stuff like that. You see almost as the sand, like, hovers over it and like, almost, like, starts glowing and highlighting the areas of interest and stuff like that. But it does not begin to replay anything.
I don't like this, Marcus.
Well,
Is it the same symbols?
Marcus, are
Is it
you
the same
rolling as
glyphs?
well?
yeah, I'll roll investigation as well.
Okay. You will roll at normal.
Let's see. I got a. Kind of hard to see in the light. No. I got a no.
Okay.
I
You
rolled a 2.
really don't like. You don't really see anything of value. Like, you get in here and you're just like, it kind of turns your stomach a little bit.
Me?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
You rolled a 2.
Turns my stomach. No. Do I see anything of the detect magic that I cast?
I will allow that to finish at this point. You do not see in your immediate vicinity of anything magical. You do see some of the potions and stuff like that. Do have some magical properties to them.
All right. Now I'm gonna cast the other spell. I got an idea.
Okay. You cast Speak with Dead, and the body looks at you expectantly.
Now, I know you get the same problems as the other one, so we're gonna make this easy. Arm up is yes, arm down is no. Were you in contact with the high priest?
Hand goes down.
Are you with the Order of the Phantoms?
The hand goes up. Was this the enhanced version of
This is not the enhanced version.
Okay.
I already did the enhanced version with the first one. It's
Okay.
only once per
Oh, you
long
have-
rest, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, it is.
So she could lie if she wanted. Yeah, the first one, the enhanced one, they have to tell the truth. The second
Correct.
one, they can do whatever.
Correct.
So that's gonna change her answer.
Nope.
No.
Not necessarily.
Okay, up being the brass serpent, and down being the trade lords. Which one of those two is the Order of the Phantoms most aggressive towards?
The hand doesn't move.
Marcus, you got any actual questions?
Last time was an actual question as well, but anyway.
That never happened, so
Yeah, it never happened.
It never happened.
Um, maybe you could ask if they knew their killer?
No, stop. Don't finish your question. They cannot speak. They can only use arm gestures.
I know that. I'm talking to you. I'm not asking them anything.
Nubby.
I'm talking to you.
Why are you laughing, Eric? Let us talk. We're
Imagining a
role-playing.
nub.
Okay, you go ahead. You can finish.
Who?
You.
Oh, I already
Marcus.
said what I had to say. You
Oh,
could ask if they knew who their attacker was.
that really doesn't. They can't tell us who the attacker
No,
was.
but if they knew who it was, that narrows the list, doesn't it? Possibly.
Was your attacker from the brass serpent with his arm pointing up, or the trade lord's arm down?
the corpse does not seem to know.
So there's one more question, right?
Well,
right.
so
I
my
think it's.
Feminist.
I think it's. I think the enhanced version gives me 5. Let me.
Wait. Is regular Speak with Dead 4?
I thought it was 5.
I think it's 5 as well.
It's just the enhanced version. You get
You
guaranteed
get
truth.
an additional. No, it gives you additional one.
So that I should have asked. Well, we got all the information we could from the first one.
There was actually
So there
6
was no-
questions for the first one. That's why I.
Yeah. So you.
Yeah.
Could we
I have one more question.
Ask you what the meaning of
If you
life
had to
is.
take a- If you had to take a guess on who your assailant, who your assailant was, would you say it was from the brass serpent or the trade lords?
It doesn't move its arm. It isn't. You hear gurgling from the mouth, but you're not able to decipher what it was trying to say.
What made you think it was from the brass serpent or the?
That was. Was that 5 questions?
Yes, it was. The corpse falls lifeless.
No, I was asking him. I wasn't talking the corpse. If that was fit for when he asked that about the serpent and the.
Well,
No, the 5th question was after Lok'Neda X.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that like I was talking directly to.
That was all 5.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that you weren't considering me talking to him. That
no. I was because like he didn't say that the corpse went lifeless. That's why I said something.
No, because you didn't actually ask a question, Odin. Like
yeah, no.
yours was said more in a statement. Ergo, I didn't
Yeah.
DM you on that one. I was listening.
Okay, well, so you were saying something. I kind of cut you off, Odin. And what were you saying in character?
What
Before
makes you think that the culprit is from the brass serpent or the other? I'm looking at the faction. Sorry, I'm tired. What makes you think it's from one of the other factions?
Well, I know that the brass serpent is not really fond of the Order of the Phantoms. Mysteriously, we don't know why.
What do you mean? What makes you think that this person was a member of the Order of the Phantoms?
because we got some information. And plus, I asked a question. She answered yes.
Or,
So that was pretty obvious.
yeah,
I
I'm
knock
sorry.
on the
I
door.
forgot to ask that question.
Over here.
Okay. You knock on the door.
Guys, can you open this door?
We don't want any Girl Scout cookies.
There's
Oh,
a
okay.
latch.
And I walk
over-
away.
There's a latch over the door.
Can they move the latch?
Do I have enough strength?
It's not a heavy latch.
I'm not.
I just
It's
don't want to
made of
attempt to crawl over. I just want them to let me in.
It's made of bedrock. You can't break it.
Thank you. So what did you guys discover so far?
Granny Apple, are you moving? Are you moving in, or are you staying out there?
Staying outside,
Okay.
keeping
Well-
guard.
Well, we know she's from the Order of the Phantoms.
This
So we
woman,
figured that-
the body?
Yes. Yes. So we figured she was the assassin, but with these clips and stuff, now I don't know. I think it could be one of the other two factions. It could be the Brass Serpent or the Trade Lords. I'm thinking more towards the the Brass Serpent, but that's because of some reasons.
Yep. I'll let you
Can I,
have
like-
your understanding.
Peek my head in a little bit,
You certainly can.
just to like be a part of the convo and be
Conversation. Yep.
like, hey guys, so I know there are lots of people who could target these people. Something we also need to think about is who might be targeting us, because the guards specifically saw us running away. So whoever did this murder knows who we are and wants us in trouble.
Well, regardless of all the things we've done before we met up with each other, who have we pissed off as a group? We did betray the Archmage with his quest.
I start to like walk slowly backwards.
We did also
Stop
irritate
right there,
the fox.
Eric.
This was kind of
You're
why I
slowly
knocked.
walking away.
Yeah, this was kind of why I knocked on the door. But I'll let Marcus finish, and then I'll say my piece. But I'm gonna slowly like starting to scurry away because I'm feeling uncomfortable.
That we also have that
I-
chaotic fox bitch causing problems. Eric's best buddy. Who else have we
I already told you to
possibly
stop.
irritated?
I'll come back around. But yeah, continue, Marcus.
So besides those two, can you think of anybody else that all of us may have irritated?
I think, and now this is complete speculation. First thing is we have someone from the Order of the Phantoms who is currently unconscious, but he might come to. We may be able to ask him some questions. He may even be able to recognize who this corpse is, or maybe not necessarily because of the condition they're in, but the shop is theirs. He might know. So that is something we can utilize. The other thing I'm starting to piece together is we are on a port. So any type of ships would come here. We are in Lasharva. And that leads me to my father. And
Do you think
if
your
you-
father's behind all of this?
I think he may be behind what we're currently experiencing. Now, hear me out, because again, we have very little information even from what we learned, but I'm starting to piece together a couple things. So if you guys remember, when we first met, I kind of went full on and told you everything for the most, that I could think of to tell you and share. When I had gone on the ship, it was cloaked in an illusion, a very, very good spell. Found out that was done by my father's right-hand woman, pretty much, who they were able to overpower me and Talon and get us, locked up and put in the Coliseum. The guards all had some sort of manipulation illusion spell put on them to make them think that whoever killed these people were us. Obviously, they were other men. Could these have just been Lasharvan guards controlled by my father and this woman?
But
And
Your
then she
father
just...
doesn't have any reference to who we are.
Yeah, he does.
that's what I'm saying.
So
How?
I'll explain. So my father is a large informant. He's head of the Lasharvan Marines. He knows who I am, and he
Navy.
gets all the information he needs to know that to assume
Navy.
that our enemies don't know a lot about us. I think would be a bad way of thinking.
But how would he know what we look like enough to give an accurate description?
He could get it from me.
How? Are you saying you're a
How?
traitor?
That woman has powers that I don't comprehend. There's nothing to say that she hasn't done something to me that I am not aware of. But again, it's a port city.
As far
Very
fetched as
easy for the ship to get here and for him to get here. He has a full party of soldiers of her at his will.
Maybe it is time for you to pray to your titans and ask for guidance.
I don't disagree.
Oh, I pray to Volcanus every day. Do you guys not pray every day?
It's kind of hard when mine is missing.
You can still pray. You don't have to wait for an answer to start talking.
I have Karama.
Okay.
wow, that is a bit far fetched. There's just not enough for us to rule it out.
No, I agree.
So we'll keep it in mind, but
So, is your father here in
That's
this
just-
port, or where is he stationed?
He's from Lasharva, so he goes in and out of here, of all of the surrounding ports, a lot. As far as where his current rower belts are, the last time I saw him was when I was sent to the Coliseum and locked up. And as far as that, I have no information. I was saved by, what were the pirates called, Berg? That saved me?
Well,
The
Iron
pirates who
Boot,
call themselves neat.
Iron Boots crew.
Right. So the last I heard is after Iron Boots' crew saved me was then that he was completely disregarding Lasharva and he ruined his alliance with them. But as far as my father going after him or any of that stuff, that is not something I know of. All I know is that he is always in and out of this specific land that we're in, and he does have the means and the power to do everything that is currently happening. Is he
Great.
in like doing
Karama
it?
hops
I have
up.
no idea.
Karama will hop up
Okay.
on like the desk. It is
Mhm.
possible that perhaps he is behind this, but even if he is, I mean, I have my doubts on this from what I'm hearing so far. I mean, why would somebody who is in charge of the entire navy be reduced to such petty things? I mean, it's possible, but like as mentioned, it's far-fetched, and even so, we would need hard evidence in order to prove that I wouldn't go to the judge and start throwing accusations out to the literal lead admiral of the navy. That might not land us in favorable beds, if you catch my
That
drift.
may
Yeah, I'm
just
not even
actually be
saying
the
doing.
death of us.
Yeah, I'm not even saying like I'm reporting this and like I'm
Perhaps
literally
we
just
should look
riffing and
around.
coming up with ideas because at the
Perhaps we
moment,
should look
and
around for more information to get. We know very little, but we do know that if this woman was indeed involved with the Order of Phantoms, where is all of her information concerning that? She wouldn't just simply have an alchemist shop here without anything concerning the Order of Phantoms. She would most likely be running some sort of operation. No?
Yes, I was going to suggest we look for trapdoors.
or books that could have information.
We should take a look around, but at the same time, we also should be wary because
You've been granted the
if
ability
somebody
to investigate.
that's true, but then they see this body, then they may actually think it's us, and we're just spouting stuff off randomly.
I barge in and start investigating. I'm snooping hella.
Okay. Roll me a investigation check, Ziggy.
17 plus 4, 21.
Okay. As you begin snooping around this room and whatnot, you don't really necessarily find anything, anything that triggers an alarm, but you do see a door to a back room.
Oh yeah,
I
right
mean,
there.
yeah, I'm going in there, absolutely.
Okay.
I was gonna go that way too, because I saw the door.
Well, too late. The other smart
Yeah.
one found it.
It's pretty much a mostly empty room. There is another door, though.
Tell me more about
Boop
that
boop.
door.
Yep.
It's a wooden door.
I open it.
It opens.
I go in.
You
I
see
go in.
another storefront in here, but this one does have the gate down, and it seems a lot of the supplies are not pressed out or pushed outward, like to sell or anything like that. It seems like this one is a lot less used than the other, but you do see a stairway leading down to a basement area.
I'm going down this. I'm going down the stairwell.
Okay.
Ready?
Ziggy, are you following? Ziggy?
Yeah.
Okay. Within this room, you see 2 barrels and a switch.
I don't like that. I'm not. I don't know what that lever entails, but if you want to pull it, then you're be my guest. I'm
As he
gonna
steps out of the
look around a little
way,
bit.
Ziggy, with your investigation check, you do see that 2 of the tiles have a metal casing around them. You recognize that the tiles appear false.
Can I lift it up?
You're not able to lift it.
Can I put the barrels on top of the 2 tiles?
You certainly can. So you move both the barrels on to the tiles.
Yeah, whichever ones. Does that do anything?
You see both of those tiles sink,
Nice.
and you hear a click, but nothing further happens.
I pull the lever.
Okay. You pull the lever. And give me just a second. And you see the wall slide open.
Nice.
The same wall I was staring at just opens up like, oh.
Yeah.
What did I? Good job, Ziggy.
Thanks.
You calling the other 2 or?
No,
Okay.
I'm still walking.
Again, going off of Ziggy's investigation roll, you look around and you see a lot of armaments in here. You specifically see that these weapons look a little bit different, and based upon your experience with metallurgy and blacksmithing, these are silvered weapons.
Huh.
I mean,
You want to check out the weapon?
there's
I was
You
going to ask
noticed
if you.
in one specific spot, also going off of your investigation roll. God damn it, you rolled really good. Everything seems to be neatly laid out in duos or in pairs or sometimes triplets and stuff like that.
one, I see.
Except one.
Tell me
You
more about
notice
that
that
one.
there looks like a short sword is missing.
Uh-oh.
I grabbed the other short sword.
Okay.
I pocket it. That's for me, a treat.
Okay. You'll add a silvered short sword to your inventory.
I will.
I'm going to go to the pile of papers that are over here while she's doing that.
Okay.
This desk in the corner.
Roll me an investigation check. This will be normal because this does not involve a corpse.
Wow. Without advantage, I roll high. That's nice.
Wait, investigation? Well, you have advantage anyway. I don't know how long the hour lasts, but
Right, yeah, you would have advantage because he gave you that spell.
I think. What did you say? Got from what? What was
You
that
actually
spell?
do have.
That was. Hey,
What spell?
there
I
was
gave you
a
enhanced
spell
ability.
that Oh.
Yeah, he
Never
gave you
mind.
he gave you enhance ability.
So yeah, for like a full hour, you have advantage on all
You
intelligence.
do have an advantage, but anyway, like what's your roll? Well, roll again and tell me what your current roll is because it's probably enough.
The current roll is the first roll was a 16. This
Total?
roll was the
Okay.
nat 20.
Nat 20? Okay, perfect. Almost every single one of these books, as you notice, are books about mythologies and stuff like that. Different creatures, different like I don't want to say like horror stories, but like the folklores of different things, but different creatures that have attacked and stuff like that, and things that you tell your children at night to scare them into going to sleep. Some of these books, as you flip through them and look at them and whatnot, you notice are an actual encyclopedia on monsters specifically. To your left, you see a particular piece of paper hung up by a dagger, not the one that was missing, by the way. It was a dagger. These are not silvered. And on the surface of it, you see a creature that has very shallow lips and a very shallow nose, very large eyes without any pupil, humanoid, and black circles that surround them. You've never seen this creature before, though, so you don't know what it is that you're looking at. But there is a name next to it, and the name that you see is Elriel.
What the? Granny, do you want to come here for a quick second?
Huh? I walk over. What's up?
You also remember that a particular other party member of yours did identify as a monster hunter.
Hey, Ziggy. Hey, Granny. Do you want to grab Eric real quickly?
No.
Not that one.
Yeah, wrong one.
You want to grab the other two real quickly?
Not really.
We've just been up here playing rock paper scissors.
Yeah,
Well,
it's been a lot of fun.
Well, I just really need
I can if you want me to. You asked me if I wanted to, and the answer
Marcus
is
down
not
here for a
really.
second. Maybe he can shed light on all this.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I
I'll
don't.
go grab him.
Well, I
I'm
don't
going-
want to either.
I
I
walk like
will.
But I
halfway
think-
up the stairs,
I think they need
and
to
then
be
I
down
just
here.
shout, "Hey, get down here!"
All right. So the other two meander their way down, I assume.
Sorry, when you said Monster Hunter, I was thinking of the series, and then I was like,
No.
oh wait, Monster. Oh, that's gotta be the Ranger.
No.
No.
Marcus,
You know,
walk
the game
down.
that I bought to play with you, and you play with me once and then stop playing with me.
Marcus, you walk down and you see an armory that you've seen similar stuff before from other members of your group. Something similar, not quite the same, but you recognize that these are weapons of monster hunters. And you recognize the potions across the way as tonics and stuff like that, and poisons specifically used for certain types of creatures. The potions that you can see, you'll immediately recognize, based upon your experience, you recognize them as bottled silver.
That could be valuable. So there's bottles of liquid silver.
If Eric
Lots
shares
of
that with
silver
me,
weapons.
I am taking all of them.
Well, Eric's not done talking.
Yeah, that's Marcus.
I
that
know,
would
but
that.
that's why I just said, "Oh, sorry, God, you've messed me up now. Why am I so convinced?"
Hey Marcus,
Sorry.
And there's
you
lots
come
of
over
silver
here?
weapons. Can I see if there's any
Yeah, I
weapons
mean, I'm
missing?
snatching all those bottles of silver.
You,
Snatch.
I'm gonna say no that you like because you're not. I'm gonna say
Familiar.
well, roll an investigation check as well.
30-20.
Okay, you won't see the weapon missing, but you do see you do to your left see a group of robes and stuff like that that you recognize some. Actually, you wouldn't recognize it as much, but yeah, no, you wouldn't recognize it as much. You do not see the weapon missing though. Eric, you would recognize that these are the robes that order, like as you walk up to that armor stand, you recognize that on it are robes that would be traditionally used by someone within the Order of Phantoms, but of a specific class, which you know as the like you're not as familiar with that side of it because you're a smuggler and whatnot, but you've seen that other people wear this before, and they were traditionally people who took contracts to kill monsters.
Okay.
And within the robes, there is an amulet.
Do I recognize anything about the amulet specifically?
You don't know enough about that group in order to know anything about that.
Okay. Am I able to? Well, I attempt to take the amulet.
Okay. You have no problem taking the amulet.
Okay.
I will get back to you though because Lok'Neda, Marcus has walked up to you.
What do you know about that? As I point to that poster.
Marcus, you recognize that as a changeling.
Well, looks like my ugly other brother. That's a changeling. They can disguise themselves as just about anything.
Oh shit.
Wait, so the poster shows a changeling. There's not actually a monster of a changeling?
It shows a changeling on it. It shows a specific changeling. Because there is a name next to it, and the drawing appears as like a wanted poster.
I think we should take this with us.
I have a
Lok'Neda,
theory.
finish of what you have before you. There is also a specific journal from the herbalist.
I'm definitely reading that.
What does
Okay.
it say?
Well, I'm gonna read it.
You begin flipping through it because you don't have time to like deep read it or anything right now. But you do see that the herbalist was talking. First off, you see that, yeah, she was hunting, taking contracts and stuff like that within the city, which is why she was here. That she had traveled from the Dead End region. No, I'm sorry. I have that mixed up. She was traveling from the Kamicus region. You see that she is a member of one of the branches of the Order of Phantoms that came out of Kamicus, specifically one of their Monster Hunter divisions. She mentions that something strange happened the previous night, that her amulet began vibrating. She says that she believes that she is close to finding what she was looking for, though she's not sure. Also indicates in another entry that she was here searching for something referred to as the Lost Heir, which she defines as a powerful weapon against the undead. There's a page that describes her amulet as well a little bit. Though that does not immediately catch your eye right now because you don't know anything about the amulet that Eric has
Nope.
pocketed.
Well, this is interesting. I think I have a theory. You may not like this theory, as I'm talking to all of you, but what if she was after this? What if she was hired to kill this changeling, but then this changeling figured it out and killed her and also killed the priest at the same time?
Well, a changeling would have the ability to make itself look like anything, right? Like us?
Yes, but that doesn't solve
Even
the
li-
problem of
even
there
as-
being one of each of us. Meaning
Could
there's
be
at least four
mul-
changelings.
Right. There are probably multiple changelings. So there should be at least 4 changelings?
Maybe one that looked like that could disguise itself as, let's just say, an investigator.
So maybe 5?
Not necessarily.
No,
It could just be that the investigator is in on it because they were part of the murder crime.
I'm
Maybe,
saying the
maybe
investigator.
The judge too?
I'm saying. I don't think the judge. No.
Okay.
How many guards were
But
there around us when they surrounded us?
There's a couple, but they all had the.
Wasn't it a total of 4 guards? 2 on
No,
each side of
it
us?
was more than that.
It was
Okay.
like 5.
And they also had the
I think it was
enchantment
5.
on their
They were also enchanted.
yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe it was magical residue from transforming.
Do changelings give off a magic thing when they're like in a different form?
I wouldn't know exactly. I can
I wouldn't
contact
s-
someone who might.
Because then,
You
yeah,
have a book.
maybe I saw the
You have a book
residual
on
magic.
monsters right now.
I'm gonna look through
Go
it.
ahead.
I'm gonna look for changelings in specific,
Okay.
but I'm also gonna pocket the journal too.
Got it. You do find a page on changelings. What you will find is that they are vulnerable to silver. It can disrupt their transformation. You will also find within there that you see quite clearly that they're not able to transform into multiple creatures at the same like it's not like mass illusion or anything like that. They're only able to turn into one creature, one different creature at a time. They must have seen the creature before in order to transform into that creature. Is there anything else that you would specifically be looking for in terms of the description of them?
Is there an easy way to distinguish them from others?
So it doesn't say anything about whether or not they give off energy when they're changed.
You will see something on there. There is a footnote written in by the herbalist. She says changelings are incredibly difficult to actually detect without the use of magic. For the average person, fortunately, I have this amulet.
So
Guys,
that leads me to believe that the guards themselves were not changelings.
no, they were. What I think happened. I think I'm not positive, but I think the investigator should be our first suspect.
No, I
Because
agree with you.
if it's a changeling, it could be anybody. But
Also-
that amulet that you pocketed,
You didn't see me do that.
it's gonna.
What amulet are you talking
Oh,
about?
I didn't.
No.
There's
Yep,
an
you
amulet.
didn't see him.
Oh, there's an amulet around here somewhere.
Do you mean
I don't know
this
if it's on
one?
her
I whip it
body.
out.
I think that's the amulet that's gonna help us find the changeling.
I agree with you that
When
the
we're close to-
investigator's probably a changeling because he was not a good investigator.
How many bottles of liquid silver were there?
You have 3.
Granny Apple, do you mind if I take one of those bottles, or at least some of one, into one of my empty bottles?
Yeah, of course. I hand one of the bottles over.
They are
Well-
bottles of liquid silver. You don't have to rebottle them unless you want to.
No, because there's only.
Oh.
I was gonna take half of one, and that way there's one for each of us, just in case.
I got you.
I say
Who's
everybody
Everybody
grab
take
a
some liquid
silver weapon, just in case.
Yeah, that was my plan. Quick question, because I'm only seeing what's on currently available, but obviously theater of the mind, right? Do I happen to see any silver arrows around?
You do.
Okay.
You see 2 quivers of silvered arrows.
I quickly grab them.
Perfect.
Oh, and I'm also pocketing the
Okay,
monster book. By the
fine.
way,
I'm joking.
What?
I'm joking.
I'm pocketing the monster encyclopedia. By the way,
Okay.
too.
I will find a short sword. I guess I guess I might actually be proficient with long swords too. I don't even know.
The only
You know what?
short sword that was there is been taken already.
Well, are there silver bullets?
You do not see any silver bullets in the area.
All right. What about a mace?
You see axes nearby. I'm just
No.
like getting rid of the things that are already taken.
Okay, so we're seeing the. Oh God, I need to stop doing that. What am I standing next to on the table?
You see a urn of incense.
Interesting. Would I be able to tell if that's the same scent as the ashes that I found in the blood?
No, because you did not attempt. Well, maybe.
I have the bottle of it with
You
me.
do have the bottle of blood. Are you going to attempt to smell both?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
You're attempting to smell something through blood, which would be a pretty strong smell.
First one is 15, and second one is 12. So 12 plus perception. So it's 17.
They do appear, you think that they're the same smell.
I think this might be similar incense to what was found mixed in with the blood of the other. And don't know the significance of it, but I think we should take it with us just in case.
So you're taking the incense with you?
Yes. Is that a longsword or two-handed sword?
Those are two-handed swords.
Okay, so I'm proficient with simple weapons and martial weapons. I don't think that counts for those, right?
Nope. Well, no. A great sword is a
Martial.
martial weapon. Yeah.
All right.
Good with
take one of
two-handed
those
sword.
and one of the
I mean,
axes just in case.
there are daggers and axes
Wait.
too.
I want the daggers.
Okay.
That's my close range.
I guess I'll take a couple of the silver axes.
Okay.
How many arrows per quiver?
Usually 20,
Just,
right?
yeah, it's just it just put in a quiver and then put like a note on it that says silvered, or
Yeah,
or
that's
if
what
there
I'm
is
doing.
an actual, or if there is an actual item for silvered,
I'm just
a
making it
silvered
custom.
quiver.
It just makes it
Okay.
easier. So it's 20 per quiver. I got 2 quivers, so it's 40.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
This is nice. I can't use the two-handed swords.
Okay.
Well,
There are the two-handed axe. Or there are the remaining 2 axes there.
What
I
kind
would
of
have
axe would
liked
it be?
something with Dex.
What?
What kind of axe would it be? Because I just
Gosh
typed in
darn.
axe and I'm not seeing anything that works.
Just silver.
Ziggy, how could you?
It should be a hand axe silver. Oh,
Hand axe.
and
Did you take all the axe?
That's
Did you
what you
take
would
all
get.
the axes?
You just picked up
I
the
just
other
did.
2, didn't you? SpareTrain?
I thought I
got
didn't say
silver.
anything. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were taking the other 2.
Well, I was thinking about it, but I was also gonna ask about the things next to the axes.
You just see a couple, like, camp supplies and stuff like that.
Oh, I was just kidding. That's okay. I grabbed one of the axes.
Might as well grab
It's
both
just
in
a
case you
silver
lose
axe.
one. And I guess I'll take the 2 long swords just in case. Or
They're,
great swords, whatever they
they're
are.
great swords.
Great swords. I don't know if I can have the strength to wield them, but you know. What's the difference between great sword and great sword? Because there's 2 options for great sword.
2024 version. Because they have the weapon proficiency on them. That won't affect you because you don't have the ability to use the weapon properties.
Oh, is that not a martial weapon? I'm
It
gonna use the
is,
older
but
version
you
anyway.
do not have.
I have firearm, martial weapon, revolver, and simple weapons.
It's not what I'm
Anyway,
referring to.
I know. I'm gonna hold on to them for now, though.
Are you guys doing anything else here?
How
Yeah.
much longer is session going to be?
I'm going to end it here very shortly.
What's
I'm just
this
making sure that
behind
you
me?
guys. What do you mean? What's behind you?
Like on the table right here, I see like potions and stuff. What is
Camping
this?
supplies.
Camping supplies. I don't think we need that. I'd like to see if there's any benefits to the cloak that's still on this thing.
I don't believe you have the ability to do that.
Can't cast detect magic to see if there's any magical
Is it
properties of it.
Oh yeah, you could
Okay,
cast detect
that's
magic.
fine.
All right, I'm gonna cast detect magic. See if there's any magical properties on anything.
It does have a magical property, the cloak, as well as the amulet that you took.
Okay, I'll just take the cloak.
Okay.
Might I suggest we go visit the investigator and give him a friendly handshake with a little bit of silver on our hands? See how he reacts.
You are the monster hunter. How tough are chainlings? Like one of them.
I've never fought one. I wouldn't know. That's why I was recommending I contact someone who knows a little bit more about this.
I'm for initiating, but I think let's investigate it first, and you talk to who you know that might know more about it.
All right, I reached out to Mercer with my sending stone.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to do this stuff a little bit later, during the next session, because I'm going to try and end here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to say is, as you guys gather everything up and head on out, you are met at the door by a guard. I have word to send. Received word to send for you that there has been another body found at the docks.
A third body?
We found another as well.
It's here in the building.
Here is what. I will send a team to close down this area for a crime scene, ASAP, and send the investigator to come take a peek.
Where is the
other-
investigator right now?
Last I saw, he was in his office. He was looking for you. He went to the tavern keeper, who indicated that you all were headed this way to speak with the herbalist.
Okay.
Do I
He
notice?
should
All
be
right.
he should be at the dock, investigating the other body.
Do I notice?
Understood. We're on our way.
Do I notice the same aura on his face since I had casted detect magic that I
Nope.
saw on the other ones? Okay.
You
That,
see
I was
no
doing it
further
as a
magic.
ritual, so I didn't know. Yeah.
Well, it
Either
doesn't
way.
matter.
Yeah.
Yours probably ran out part way through.
Yeah.
Probably.
You would have seen. Don't remember whether or not silvered weapons show up as magical or not.
I
I don't
don't
think so. They
I
are
don't think so.
magical weapons, but I don't believe they show up as. Because it's not a school
Because
of
they're-
magic. It's just.
No, because they're just like silver is just like a metal that you made this store with,
Right,
but they
right,
also
right.
have like their own
It's
properties.
just the fact that they are considered magic items, even though they aren't actually magical.
Yeah.
And I'll give more on that. I'll give it more on
Oh
that.
yeah.
next
So no.
session. I
So
gotta
it's
read.
considered metal and alchemy for metallurgy. So it's not magical for the sense of the spell.
Right. Okay. So that's where I'm going to end here. And by the way, before you ask, your amulet does not seem to react.
Thank you.
But
Sure.
that is where I'm going. That is where I'm going to end here.
All right.
Pick up
Well,
and continuing this investigation on the next week.
on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Oh wait, wrong show. Sorry.